welcome to our chess stream here with the Panda. Oh, what's up, guys? Alright, where am I? I'm a little bit nearsighted, but I just want to say hello to Soul Tigo, S4, Merle Dixon. We're going to be playing 25 players simultaneously here. Just remember, it's a 3-hour simul, so if you can't play for 3 hours, don't join the simul. Okay. So welcome everybody. We're going to be playing 25 players. It's 40-40-40, which is our standard Sunday time control simul. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. Asterbait, S4, Merle Dixon. Some of the subscribers already here. Soul Tigo. So you had a little mini simul, a warm-up simul. Soul Tigo going on before this simul. All right. Without further ado, I think we'll wait 30 more seconds till the hour is 10:30 p.m. in Europe, but it's 4:30 here. In 2 weeks, guys, we're going to be moving over to Europe, and we'll probably start streaming from our former European times. Okay, Soltico says, yeah, nice warm-up simul. Time to start, guys. I'm going to open the simul. We're going to take the subscribers first, and I'm going to ask the people have, hopefully, established ratings and whatnot, and they can be willing to play for 3 hours. This is a long simul. I also appreciate donations to the stream. If you can donate some bits, a little bit war action, maybe just a donation via PayPal to support the stream. You can do so on the Twitch page with the button there, or on our YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. Okay, guys, let's get it started. So we've got standard 40 minutes, 40 seconds, 40 minutes extra. Random color, I think that's much more fun. And we're going to create the simul. So subscribers to the Twitch stream have first dibs. Now, I just thought of something really strange. Why does it say, oh, that's my classical rating, 2462. Okay. Yeah, I have a two game classical rating. Alright, so I am going to take subscribers first. Sorry, Gary Kaptarov. Gary, I put you back because I grabbed you by accident. So Merle Dixon is supposed to be aboard. Soul Tigo. Arsenal fan Rich. Chestosterone. And S4. Those are our subscribers that I've found thus far. Merle Dixon, thank you for supporting the stream. Immediately Merle Dixon with a 100-bit donation. Thank you so much. Every little bit helps. Get it? Little bit? Yeah, anyway, bad joke. But we're ready to get started in a minute here. Someone dropped out. Who did we lose? We had 5 subscribers. Where's Asterbait, by the way? Asterbait can't play, maybe. Can he play? He was here before. Turkey Farm's going to withdraw. Okay, that's who he lost. Yeah, absolutely. If you can't play the whole game, it's best if you don't. Thank you for that. Testosterone. Chestosterone. Nefedov's here. It's 10:30 it's 9:30 for Nefedov in the UK. Dumbledore, no. We've got 5 subscribers so far. He's camping on a good hike. He was here, wasn't he? He was here when the stream started. Did he say that? Crow Chess Fan is in the chat there. More messages below. Alright, let's close that box. So, Juicebox Wizard. Good to see you. Monkey Pushing Wood. I don't think he's a subscriber. Any other subscribers? I'm going to start taking, some other people. I've got 25 places. Mule Skinner is a sub. Yeah, the simul can last 2 to 3 hours at the max, so if you can't hang out for that long, don't sign up for the simul, please. I hate it when people start and then resign or quit the simul after 4 moves. We've only got 25 places. Ananas, another subscriber. Give you guys a chance to get here. There's some regular players. Let's see. Take back. I'm grabbing the subscribers first. We've got probably, let's say, 10 subscribers, 10 regulars, and then another 5 players. But we will start taking some regulars here. Crow Chess Fan has been playing a lot. We can rely on them to play a good game. Natalie Louise. Laluo, I think, also started to be a regular. Oops, I took AP. That's cool. Natalie Louise. Cam. Monkey Pushing Wood. So people that I know. Steve Heyman. I don't always want to take the same exact guys, though. So sometimes I'm going to leave one or two of you guys out. Can't promise you're automatically guaranteed to play every week. There's no guarantees unless you're a subscriber. And then I will guarantee you can play. So that's the way it goes. Turkey Farm said, I was watching some of your recorded streams. One of them you were wondering... In one of them, you were wondering who beat you in a Sicilian in last night's simul. And you forgot to mention that was you. It was you, Turkey Farm. Okay. So I thought it was Take Back. And I guess because, like, you know, you're like T and he starts with T. Or something like that. I got confused. Relatively similar length T names. Confused me. So congratulations on that. I thought it was actually I Take Back for some reason. You're going to drop regulars? Arsenal fan. I don't know how I could mathematically guarantee everybody can play, like when there's only 25 places. I think that's physically impossible. If I have like 20 people who are like regularly showing up. That's the point of being a subscriber. That's how you guarantee that you got a place in the simul. Alright. No guarantees otherwise. Ananas what? Yeah. Croatians too. So, alright, S4, are you in the simul? I hope not. I hope not. He's too strong. Alright, we're going to grab another 6, 7, 8 players here. Dimitri. Let's see Capri Sun. Capri Sun. Relatively new account. Alright, we'll take him just because he's first. Alright, Helen Greek. How about this one? Got enough games. As long as you have 100 games, I'll consider adding these players. I think we played Big Money before. Then I'm guaranteed to know these people. Pac-Man's Pal sounds familiar. We've played them before. We can trust them. How about this guy? P-Nest. That's a new account. Okay, we're not going to accept that. Used to be you could X people, but I guess that's like bad form, so they took that away. Like, you're discriminating. There's no X's anymore. You can't not take some. You can just not take them. You can't X them. Alright, Kramnik student, 2233. That's kind of scary. We'll take him. Throw in a good player there. Alright. Keimada. Alright, we got room for 2 more players. I'm not going to take more... You're Pac-Man's Pal. Thank you for subscribing, Pac-Man's Pal. I think I got you. Alright, any other subscribers that... Yeah, you're always confrontational, Rich. It's cool. Yeah, I just... You know, if I have like 12 subscribers and then like there's only like place for so many more people. You know, it's not like it's like a 40 board simul or something. I wish I could do that, but it's like, no way I could possibly. I'd lose on time. Alright, Astro looks pretty strong. A little too strong. Astro. Another 2200. Man, I'm tempted to take him. Okay, Pichu. Pichu is here. He's a regular. And, let's just grab Dumbledore. He was here for a while. Got 100 games. Alright, that's 25. We're going to start the simul. Last call for subscribers that I missed. Is there anybody who's a subscriber that I missed here? Because I can't take more games. I'll just flag. Kramnik student. A 960 simul? Yeah, that's a reasonable idea. But I just don't know if enough people would be interested, Arsenal fan. I'm not sure. You know, there would probably be less players then. Definitely feasible. Alright, I think the 960 tournament, like the viewer tournament on Tuesday would be a even better idea, you know, to implement that 1 week. But also possible. Okay, I'm going to start. I'm sorry if nobody, you know, if anybody didn't get in. But we will play Kramnik student. Alright, Juice Box. What's up? Okay, guys, I take back. A lot of you players, a lot of you peoples have played me quite a few games, so you know what I play. And it's hard to surprise you Natalie Louise became a regular recently. He's here for almost every simul. Nefedov, I think, has the record number of games. Nefedov is headed for being the first person to break 200. He's up to 160 now, games against me. Sunday becoming my favorite day of the week. That's awesome, Crow Chess fan. All right, let me concentrate on playing some different stuff. E4, E5. What are we voting on? I didn't know we were voting, but Soltigo, you're the mod. You can decide. All right. Did I just mouse slip C3 against Natalie Louise? If I did, I did. I was kind of fumbling with the mouse there, with the pawn. If I did it, I did it. It's done. So I'm going to risk an Alyekin's defense. Calculated chess. That's a serious sounding name. I'm having some mouse problems. I can't grab the pawns. All right. Anyway, good luck all. So let's get some E4 out there. I don't think I played in the Sicilians yet. I'll leave that to me to decide. What are we voting on? We have to have a vote for something? Is it like a requirement? Laluo. I did lose that one game. I don't recall now. Now I remember. Okay. That was the end game that I messed up in the simul several weeks ago. 2 Sicilians in a row. AP, let's play, what's that called? Dimzabich defense? I'm trying to play all different stuff. Almost everyone's playing E4, though. Ananas, you are in the simul, right? Dumbledore. This is a new opponent for me. Nice to see a knight F3 for something a little bit different. Ananas at calculated chess. All right. Who is calculated chess? Is that someone that we know that I don't know? Should I know who calculated chess is? Not another, please. Actually, not another Merle Dixon. Not another London system, please. What's up, guys? I had a hard day today. Like I did a lot of yard work. Cutting down like branches and stuff like that. Really good for your chess game, you know, mentally preparing, doing war with like trees and branches. All right, Asterbate is here. He's late. Asterbate, I hope you didn't really want to play. You already moved Bishop F4. So Calculated Chess is a friend from Soltigo's stream. Okay, I thought so, but I thought it also might be like a new account. Kramnik student is going to be tough. Obviously, they're from India. Everyone from India is good. They're probably 11 years old, which is even worse. I'm tired of playing little kids, but at least it's not a tournament game. Nothing against you little kids, like personally, but if you want to gain rating points, it's best not to play 11-year-old kids. All right, so Bishop F4, there it is from Merle Dixon. Oh, man. All right, let's try something more classical than we usually play with D5. Take back is pretty tough. Capri Sun. Nefedov, I unfortunately didn't get black again. Okay, now, Juicebox coming with the English opening. Pichu. Pichu's in the simul. From my country of residence in Hungary. I will be going back in 2 weeks. We'll probably be in the Hungarian stratosphere for about 7 weeks, and then come back here, and then move back and forth. Murderous Spartan. Sparta. Spartan. Don't be murderous, bro. Arsenal said, I beat my first master and raided last week. Rated Rapid you're talking about, or Blitz? Or like in general? Not OTB rated Blitz on Lichess. Yeah, that's what I figured you meant on Lichess, but wasn't sure if you meant Blitz or Rapid or if it mattered. If you were even being specific. I'm surprised you hadn't beat a master in rated already, Arsenal fan. I mean, you beaten me like multiple times. I mean, if you played enough, it seems like you should have already done so. Alright, so, big money. What's this bishop d3? Like a weird Kopeck Sicilian. I mean, I guess that's not really a weird Kopeck Sicilian. It's like a proper... Sounds strange to say that, though. Sounds like I'm from the UK. It's a proper Kopeck Sicilian. Knight takes d4. There's nothing proper about the move bishop d3, though. Kramnik student, who are you? It's not like Tushar's new account or something, is it? Alright, giving away our secrets here. I lose too many autopilot games against people you should probably beat. Yeah, just ignore their ratings. I mean, generally that's the best approach. Try not to think about it. Easier said than done. I had a terrible accident with my Blitz rating yesterday or the day before. Murderer Spartan gifted a tier 1 sub to Calculated Chess. So awesome. Thank you so much for that. I was playing on the Wi-Fi and my connection looked good. I had like 150 ping. I was playing a Blitz tournament and I was playing this like 1700 and I was just like up a piece, like trying to finish him off. And then the thing like Lichess just like froze. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? And I didn't think it was me. Like I thought I did play c3. Sorry about that. So here I was like watching the clock run. I'm like, oh my god, I hope I'm not lagging. I like reconnected and signed off and went back. My internet seemed okay, and then I just got flagged. So I lost like 50 points on this like getting flagged in a winning position, and then I like lost to an 1800 in the short period after that because I was like kind of tilted. So I lost like 100 rating points in Blitz. We got a few back. Okay, Dimitri. Chat is really lively here. Dumbledore. Alright, Pac-Man's Pal. Another one of these things, man. The London system is the bane of my existence. Mule Skinner. Yeah, Mule Skinner and I have been doing some battle in the what do you call it? Classical Sicilian, no. I wanted to say, Steve, I wanted to say we've been doing battle and I don't remember what I was talking about. Alright, never mind. Too distracted to concentrate on what I'm talking about. So classical Pierce, no problem. So bishop e2, Kramnik student, suspicious. Kramnik student, you know, there was this, we all know Tushar Kamde, who's this Indian player who's been playing a lot on my stream. He's very active in my Discord channel and playing here. But there was another player from India who was also around that strength, which recently showed up for the first time in a long time, like last week. And I wonder if Kramnik student could be the same guy. But India is a country with a lot of people, so it's probably just another player. But they're all like 2100. They're strong. I wonder what the average Indian rating is compared to other countries, like higher. All right, castles here. You broke 1500 for the first time today. Socratic ignorance. It's all relative. All right, Turkey land. All right, Ananas. What are you gonna do, man? So the Kopeck Sicilian. You know, I honestly don't really have a system worked out against this. I always thought it was like ridiculous for white, but I guess it's not that bad. Once I played Danny himself in a RIP, in a rapid tournament, but I forgot how that went down though. Mule Skinner, what am I going to do against Mule Skinner? I played knight c6. I guess we'll play g6 next move. Big money. No whammies. d5. Isn't that how it goes? Laluo. Was that our other game? The Karaklaj system? Orders, you should leave before he bans me. Uh-oh. Just try to behave yourself. So, what is his name? Anyway, I keep forgetting what I was gonna say. It's so bad. Yeah, that's a suspicious account. I think that Cramnik Student is Constant Change. The name I was trying to remember. It's almost got to be. I mean, he's playing the same exact system that Constant Change played. It's too much of a coincidence. Like, very few people play Bishop E2, Bishop E3, and Castles Long against the classical Sicilian / Dragon. And they're about the same rating from the same country. Too much of a coincidence. Alright, we're going to play C4 here. So let us know, Kramnik Student, if you're Constant Change. Who's the strongest player you've beaten over the board? Probably Onishuk. He was like 2650 FIDE when I beat him. I don't think I've ever beaten anybody higher than that. Mitri playing a new system here. Yeah, Ivanchuk, I wish, dude. Solveig is like answering for me. I wish, man. No, not Ivanchuk. But you gotta be careful with this Onishuk business, because there's like Alexander Onishuk, who's the American, you know, player who, Russian-American player who I know, you know, and he was high in the high 2600s, and then there's Vladimir Onishuk, who's like a totally stylistically different player. The guy is sort of, you know, unstable. He plays crazy, risky stuff. He's much younger, but a completely different player than Alexander Onishuk. So don't get them confused. Academic Student, this is my only Lichess account. You're an unrated hobby player. It's just really coincidental that, you know, you play the exact same system that this other Indian player who has like 100+ games against me, who recently like came back after I hadn't seen him in a long time. I thought you were him. You just created a new account. Anyway, you're welcome, whoever you are, because it's just very rare to see that particular setup. So you played against Onishuk as a child. He lives in Germany. You mean Vladimir Onishuk? I didn't know that he lives in Germany. But he plays really risky chess, really crazy openings and dangerous lines. Okay, now F3. Well, after F3 now things are a little different than I've ever really thought about. I can't play D5. I guess I can still play D5 next move if I so choose. Could also hang out and not castle. I'm just gonna castle. Be principled here. But anyway, no relation between Alexander Onishuk and Vladimir Onishuk. Alexander Onishuk was like a Karpov-trained player. He's extremely correct, extremely solid, and they're basically like polar opposites stylistically. Vlad is like this risky style player. So, Bishop C2. What are we gonna do with that rhymes? All right. Get the bishop outside the pawn chain, I suppose. Does Kramnik Student play like me? I don't think you play F3 there. So bishop E2. I don't believe you play F3 there, Mr. Nefedov. What am I doing now? Kind of a funky move order here against Nefedov. So D4, so he could play D takes C there. Is that a problem? I don't think so. You could try to grab the pawn. Shouldn't be a problem. So Dumbledore plays the Cambridge Springs defense, which we don't see very often. It's actually not a bad system. My game of Soltico took a long time to get going. I've got to get a move on here, allowing the Marshal. Okay, Queen D2 from Lalo. This was ironically played against me like last year in the Hungarian Team Championship, I think. Now I'm going to play D5. I mean, this is a principled move. Against Juicebox Wizard, I'm better now. Pac-Man's pal played bishop takes f6. Now, should I take with the bishop or should I take with the pawn here? It's kind of a big question. Both are playable. Bishop takes e4, take, bishop g7. A little more correct strategically. Okay, guys. Jared MW Chess, thanks for the 3 bits. Thanks for any bit donations, guys. Much appreciated. Earl Dixon donated 100. You can support the stream with PayPal donations as well. Now, monkey pushing wood here, playing d4. That's a psychotically aggressive move. He's going to have to take back with a pawn on f3. All right. I had a similar line in the spring against the guy. Now s4 is playing a6. It's a really tough nut to crack. I think Sergei Ehrenberg played that against me. It was a draw. Kind of hard to deal with that system, the a6. Calculated chess. Our favorite question. If you don't mind me asking, what inspired you to move to Budapest? I mean, I've been going to Budapest since basically 1996. There is a long-running tournament series in Budapest. If you're not like a professional player, you probably don't know about that, but it's one of the only places in the world where you could go and literally play a Grandmaster tournament every single month of the year, almost. So that was the main reason why I went to Budapest. Budapest has a very strong history of being a very good city for chess. All right, I'm just gonna play b6 here against Arsenal fan. Big Money played the Marshall Gambit. Now we got this. d4 is good. Don't have enough beer. You've got beer. Move 11. Can we have a theory simul sometime soon? Yeah, I posed this question about this position to myself a couple months ago. Thought about g6. I settled on this. Hungarian 2100 player played that against me. I think Anatoly Karpov might have once played queen d2, queen takes e3 in that. Now s4 played e6, which is kind of unusual. I think it's more common. I should say slightly more common to play bishop g4, but it's not really bad for black to play it this way. I don't know. Bishop d2 looks kind of lame there. I ought to have something worked out. Soltigo with the Queen's Indian. All right, we'll throw something sideways at him. Okay, queen b3 main line from Mule Skinner. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm playing e6 here. Almost forgot what I play. Of course, we don't always have to play the same thing. But, you know, the history of chess in Budapest, it's changed, you know, over the years. A lot of things have changed. There used to be a requirement for titled players to achieve their tournament results, their norm results in round-robin tournaments. And that's no longer the case. So you no longer need to play in round-robins to become a Grandmaster or International Master. It's a thing of the past, sadly. Okay, so Kramnik Student just playing this very safe variation. It's kind of a bummer. I decided to play it safe against him, though. Against Natalie Louise, I mouse slipped c3. I didn't really intend on playing this. I don't play the London system. Can I ask you how you meet Roman? I think he is the best chess teacher. Roman moved to my city when I was a FIDE master. It was just, I mean, I had played him in 1988, man. I mean, I knew him from a long time ago, but we weren't, like, friends. I had played him a couple games, you know, before he started working with me back in 1995 or 1996 or whenever it was. It was just chance. But we're not connected, you know. We're actually on kind of bad terms. But it's a historical part of my chess career that Soltigo put in there in the info. Megisto. Alright, let's try something interesting here with the E3. Yeah, this is like a draw variation, basically. So Pac-Man's pal busts open the center with E4. We take it. We got an endgame against Nefedov. 1988, so you know him a little bit longer than anyone in the stream. A little bit longer. The dude beat me in 1988. I think it was 88. It could have been 89. I think it was 88. It's like it may be my oldest game that actually exists in chess databases. Yeah, it was an open tournament. He beat me with white in a King's Indian. He was a little bit higher rated at the time. So bishop takes f3. That's interesting. E5 is possible too. We'll give that a shot. Playing the Berlin Classical here, something I never really played before. What is this knight takes g2? Right. Move 11. I told the story about knight takes g2 where Roman sacked a piece on me, but that was actually not the game in the database. The game in the database is a game where I was black. The game I lost to Roman in the knight takes g2 sacrifice isn't recorded. I might have a score of it somewhere, but it was a rapid game, and I'm not sure if I had to keep score or not back in those days. Game 30. I think it was game 30, the first time I played him, or the second time. I can't remember which came first. That's the other thing. I'm not sure if the first game was the game in the database or the other game. There was a number of games. I think I played Roman like 3 times in the late 80s, actually, in a very short period of time. Knight bd7, not really a great Benoni for black. Is Roman a main reason you like us, Eastern Europeans? It has nothing to do with that, Nefedov. Roman is Roman. He's a character. No, it's just a coincidence. I don't like Eastern Europeans. You're a Westerner, man. You live in the UK. Okay, A6. Where are we going? Let's get this out there. So Pichu is playing the Merle Dixon defense. It looks like the C5. Jared says this is a good stream. Thank you. So can I play D4 here and allow E4? I really don't see why not. Can he take twice and play like bishop g4? We'll try it. Okay, so Laluo castles kingside. I don't remember my game with this guy Adam. I don't even remember his last name. Won Hungarian 2100, as I mentioned earlier. Played the exact same position against me. Okay, what am I doing here? We're trying knight e5. That's kind of a weird move, probably a mistake. So bishop b5 now. I'm supposed to castle, so I have to play bishop g7. Takes. Alright, Ananas played queen d3. Now, last time I made some kind of slight inaccuracy, I think, with rook b8. Although it's not as bad as you think. I still don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. We've had this for 3 times, I think. After looking at the variation, I'm still not sure what black's best line is against this queen d3. e5 is possible. was unconvinced by rook b8. What else is there? Oh, knight d7 is a move. Let's give that a shot. So what's this? Knight f6. This is like the old school Frank Marshall style Marshall. And now I don't remember the theory, which is great. I'm supposed to play like queen f3 or something? I do not remember now. Great. Big money. He's like 1500, but he's playing this like tricky line of the Marshall that I probably haven't played for like 20 years. There was this guy, Jorge Barracal, I remember, a Peruvian, or no, Bolivian master who lived in Boston. And he actually played this against me in Blitz. But I can't remember what I played myself now. There is some really famous old game in this variation. Man, I just can't remember. Queen f3 looks like a kind of dangerous move to play without knowing what you're doing. Queen f3, like rook b8. I don't recall what I'm supposed to do. Man. Alright, this is going to be a problem. If he knows a lot of memorized theory here, I could get into deep trouble. Queen f3, rook b. I don't remember that happening. I'm just going to get myself in trouble with this move. Okay, so now knight e3. I got to watch for knight g5, I guess. Thought I was better against Juicebox Wizard, but I don't know how great it is. So we take with the pawn here. Bishop c4 from I take back. I'm trying to remember if that was ever played against me. Kudrin played a very similar move years ago. I can't remember now. Wasn't like the exact same position, I think. You are by far my favorite chess streamer, said Albert Turkey. We try to be, you know, we try to be honest and make the streams instructive. So castle, castle. Okay, this is just a kind of slow setup by white now. I probably ought to transpose to some kind of e4, e5 position. Nefedov's very solid position. Is like bishop c2 a threat at some point? Can I play b4? No. Knight e5. Standard move. Okay. What do you call this, Pac-Man's pal? Okay, so bishop e3. I don't remember that being in the line. I don't recall this, like knight d7, bishop e3, looking at that. What if I were to play rook b8 now? Then there's d5, knight e5. Or if I just play e5. Am I supposed to play e5? No clue. Megisto might have a good game there. Crow Chess Fan. Let's play knight d7. I never played this lately. Calculated chess is like asking trivia questions. I don't have a clue. Was Frank Marshall the longest reigning U.S. champion? No idea. Okay, this rookie one, this take back line looks very pre-programmed. I mean, this looks like a kind of tricky, like prepared variation. But who's prepared for this opening anyway? I mean, he knows what he's doing against this? He's not supposed to know anything here. Maybe I could just play like bishop g4 and then c6 or something. Too passive, though. There's just no way to play c5, though. So it's kind of weird. It's like preventing c5, basically. The funny part is, yeah, bishop c4. I don't recall running into that particular move. It looks particularly strong. We'll just play passively, I guess. I don't know what to do. Okay, this is like some sort of line against Mule Skinner. Pichu's just copying the other guy, Merle Dixon. Now Queen D2. And I don't know the theory here at all. It's like the second time I've ever played this line. It seems like white's better. Where's JCS? One of our subscribers not here tonight. He's like an expert on this with white as well. Kind of keeping the tension with black, but I don't know, what to do next, more or less. Just seems bad. Laluo. Pure peace play. Nothing but. Okay, Crow Chess Fan, did you play this against me before, or was that somebody else? Because we had the exact same line. I mean, there's no way. Really? I played this against you before? It must have been some kind of... There must have been some kind of weird deja vu going on or something. Steve Heyman giving up his bishop there, perhaps. I really want to play c5, but how can I do that? It is a little hard to equalize here. Alright, my beer. Against Ilha, we have allowed some exchanges, but we still have significant advantage, I would say. Yeah, this is pretty irritating. Bishop g4. How am I supposed to deal with that? We play like bishop e3? It's weird. Okay, Cam prepared for that kind of defense. Now bishop g4. Yeah, I'm officially freaked out here. Queen g3, bishop d6, d4. What am I going to do? I'm going to have to like sack an exchange or something. Maybe I have queen e3 now? But that looks totally dubious too. Like, am I just lost already? For bishop g4. Big money. He's like 1700 classical. I mean, he's not a high rated player, but he's caught me in some sort of trap. Already? Alright, man. I'll have to sack the exchange or something. So Ananas is like playing against the JCS. No risk, little advantage. Very, very good for white. I like this position for white. What am I doing here? It's like zero risk for white at all. Man, I'm never going to play this again. I'm just going to quit playing this stupid variation because this sucks for black. This just absolutely sucks. Like, the other variations I play against the Kings of the Inn are probably better than this. I mean, why do you want to play this with black? If you get nothing, you have no activity, your knight is on c6, blocking your c-pawn. Why is this, like, so popular for black? I mean, this looks so easy for white to play. It's just, it's ridiculous. I can't even figure this out. Why anybody wants to play this. Takes, there. Try to equalize. Man, this is lame. I will never ever play this again. There's like 1,000 books that teach people how to play white in these type of variations. I am never going to do this again. It is awful. Black has no play. Can't even get my pieces out. Man, this is just gross. I will not repeat this ever again. This is stupid. F5. Just overextending myself. I don't know why people play this knight c6. Seriously, it just seems awful. Okay, so bishop g5. I'm out of book, I guess. There's queen b6. And there's also f6. Both of which seem reasonable. There's also queen c7, I guess. Queen b6, knight a4. Let's try it. So monkey pushing wood playing d takes e. Now, d takes e? Why not? Looks good. Okay, s4. Pretty boring position here. We just have to treat s4 like it's like David Navarra or something. You know, we'll pretend we're Mamedyarov and he's David Navarra. Okay, so you're threatening my exchange here. I had a crazy idea. f4. And this is really, truly crazy. But you only live once. You got to do something. So now, for my next trick, can we free ourselves at all here? This is just thankless for black. Seriously, why would anybody choose to play this position? The King's Indian is like refuted. If you have to play this position, this is just lame. I would never in my life do this again. Totally lame for black. Alright, what happened now? Castles, normal move. Okay, knight d2. That took a long time. Merle Dixon, where did your time go? Merle Dixon, c takes d, or knight c6. If I play knight c6, he grabs the pawn, A. Okay, knight d2, another professional move from take back. He's like an opening professional. I don't know, man. I mean, that's a very sophisticated system. How do you know this stuff? How do you know to play this? For example. Nobody studies that opening. Okay, h3. Black is equalized, but I don't think it's a very exciting position so far here. Bishop b6 can be mapped by knight to c4, which looks like a problem. We'll play a6. Didn't Ananas almost won the Classical Monthly a couple days ago? 3rd place. Nice job, though. Okay, s4 just played a really bizarre move, rook e8. So pawn takes pawn. Bishop takes, bishop e2. Look at this move. Who plays this move? Dude, seriously? Alright. Yeah, this is none too exciting. Bishop takes h6, queen takes h6. Maybe bishop a6. Check and take, and then his king is like wide open if he tries to take on d5. It looks very dangerous. Let's try this. Okay, black playing a bad Benoni here, Dimitri. I would say this is just a bad Benoni. Knight e1 maybe. I need to develop my pieces. Not too much to do, really. Ace 1886 just subscribed. Thank you for that. Alright, groveling for draw mode here. Seriously, I'll just not play this line anymore. Victor Bologan can take his knight c6 in the Fianchetto Sicilian whatever, man. I mean, this is just stupid for black. This is gross. Alright. b4 knight e6, I guess. And this position is just horrendous. Man, everything looks bad. Knight f6 maybe, just trying to avoid exchanges of pieces. What am I doing here? Bishop takes d4, queen takes d4. That's even a problem. I have no clue what to do. Knight takes d4 looked possible. Of course it's possible, but it's like everything looks bad for black. Just exchanging pieces. I mean, c3, and I achieved nothing with bishop f5. Yeah, this guy's too good. Take back's too good. We're probably going to lose that game. I mean, I hate this opening. Now, S4 found a way to sacrifice a pawn. It's really bizarre. I decided to try this, speaking of sacrificing a pawn. Megisto. Megisto. He's not very high rated, but this is really a KG line. So I guess maybe I should think about keeping my bishop, but I don't know. I gotta get out of this pin, on the other hand. So we had the same game against Crow Chess Fan. Was it against you, or was it someone else? Queen C7 now from Natalie Louise. Alright, if you're gonna be that way about it. Just quiet development. Pac-Man's pal just goes ballistic with H4. Okay, listen. Yeah. The Ponda is really impressed by this. I'm going to try to stop H5. So Pichu just copying Merle Dixon. I think we can improve on that game with him. Here we're up a pawn. Queen takes B6. Trading queens should give black pretty good chances to equalize, I would think. Against Mule Skinner. We have a good Benoni here with F4. Hey, you know, does anybody here know the like video game? I'm starting to talk like a Canadian. There's this thing called what was it? There's this like fishing wheel game that you can play in like the arcade. It's like, what's it called? I started to sound like that voice from that sometimes. Gotta stop sounding like I'm Canadian. Alright. Bishop D2. Knight C5, no. Bishop C5, maybe. A4. Can I play A4? Just fixing the structure. Juicebox Wizard. Okay, Bishop A4, just retreating there. I can play B5, Knight A5. I mean, then he has to give me his bishop pair. Is it worth it? Big Bass Fisherman or something. I don't know what it's called. Alright, Knight F1 now. I feel like you let me off the hook a little bit with that move. Speaking of bass fishermen. Anyways. What do we got here? Imre Hera Jr. S4 is one of the most provocative players I've ever seen in my life. Like, this guy is it's not even, like, he's used 2 minutes for the entire game here. He has almost a plus score against me overall. He's leaving his bishop hanging for like 100 moves along the C file. I mean, that's crazy, dude. Knight D5? Even if I have to give a pawn back, I mean, I get rid of his dangerous bishop. How can you play that provocatively against Crow Chess Fan? I'm thinking it wasn't Crow Chess Fan, it was actually Dimitri who played this variation against me in a previous game, and I was kind of getting them confused. So there's like no way to get my bishop out of the pawn chain in a good way here. I think I should just leave it locked in. We're locked in. Bishop G4, whoa. Pac-Man's pal, thanks for subscribing. So he just keeps coming up with threats here. Megisto. He hasn't used no time. He's supposed to be 1500. I don't think so. Queen E2. Alright, and this guy just coming at me. Man, dude. Mommy. And you guys are crazy aggressive. What am I supposed to do? And everybody moves like instantly except for Soltigo. The only player who's not like moving instantly. Ananas made a mistake. Cam. A lot of really subtle opening play by a lot of people. People just play the opening really, really well. I mean, that's what's becoming more apparent to me. More and more. London system, basically. That's what this is. No surprises there. Bishop G4, I guess. But a move 95. Nothing compared to your moves, man. It's nothing compared to your moves. So, I mean, 95 pales in comparison to leaving that piece hanging for all those moves. That's insanely provocative. Rook d8. I have to watch my bishop getting trapped on f4. Finally, he takes that off. And do I take with the knight or do we take with the queen? Either way, Megisto has like equalized. I think I need to take with the knight to be able to take out his white square bishop. Bishop f4. Another good move. I've got to try to get developed here with c5, I suppose. So I think we have a good position here. Like a King's Indian. Rook fd1. Ananas, he actually said like, oops, I made a mistake. Dude, are you serious? Are you trying to get me to like waste time or something? How could Rook fd1 possibly be a mistake? Like, I don't have any threats against anything. I mean, this has to be some kind of trolling me or something. Why would you say that? What could possibly be wrong with your perfect position? Man, there's literally no way that anything could go wrong for white here. Literally. He's threatening bishop takes c5. This looks awful for me. It's just hopeless and passive. He lost 2 tempos. What? How do you figure you lost tempi here? You just played rook fd1. What? What are you talking about? Knight takes d4, knight takes d4. Knight takes d4, knight takes d4, bishop takes d4, knight c5. What tempo did you lose? Trying to confuse me with nonsense comments. Whatever, man. You didn't lose any tempi. Tempi. Don't lie about the position. You're just clearly better here. No more lying about it, okay? Trying to trick me into thinking that you're not clearly winning by force is not honest. This is just a horrifying position for black. I mean, to a beginner, you may not really sense how bad it is, but if you sit here and you try to find any kind of useful move for black, there is basically nothing. There's nothing you can do. You're just screwed in every possible way in this position for black. It's horrifying. Probably the best I could do is like trade. It's an awful position for me. And now Pac-Man's pal going Ponda. Pondamania. That's the new thing. Pondamania. Alright, we can take that bishop whenever. But it doesn't help me really. I mean, what am I going to achieve here in this position anyway? What am I hoping to achieve? So Arsenal fan with a kind of typical position. Not too much happening there for either side. Juicebox Wizard, I thought I was better out of the opening, but I'm not that convinced. Can try to pick off that pawn, if I may. Very solid move by Merle Dixon now. This is very drawish. Equal. Oh. Alright, so we made a little mistake here against Natalie Louise. It seems like every time I play them, I make some kind of horrible blunder lately. Man, I just dropped a pawn. I wasn't paying attention. That's crazy. Alright, I just lost a pawn. I mean, it's crazy. I just played Queen c7, Bishop g3. And then I allowed Knight d7. And then what did I do? Castle. So castles was the mistake. I wasn't really paying attention to that move. Alright. She snuck in Knight to bd7 and I didn't really remember that I have to play f4. Every time I play them, I seem to make some kind of stupid mistake. Like by moving too fast. So Knight c6, exact same game from earlier simul. This is just a thankless and awful position for black. Maybe I can grovel for a draw. No, white's threatening knight d5, which practically wins by force, doesn't it? Yeah, I guess I have to play knight e6 here. This is... Oh, it's horrible. I don't want to look at it anymore. I just lose instantly. Can't afford to look at it anymore. c5. Knight takes c3. Knight takes c3 and c5. I don't know. Man, I just totally blundered a pawn for nothing. I'm going to drop a piece. If I just don't make ridiculous blunders, like dropping pieces, I'll probably be okay. Oh, man. All right. Magisto. We lost the pawn for nothing against Natalie Louise, just not paying attention. And then Merrill Dixon played Queen E2, which is kind of a cool save move. So now we have to defend this position just to clear a pawn down for nothing. Wonderful. Wonderful, yeah. But it's possible. It's possible. Yeah. Good job, me. About to make another blunder against Mule Skinner. You guys are just too good. Basically. Too strong. Even this guy, this new guy. He's kind of tricky and weird. I mean, you're thinking like white had a massive advantage out of the opening. Where did it go? It just like evaporated. My advantage just evaporated. Megisto's used no time. This I don't appreciate, guys. When you try to play bullet and in the simul, please don't do that, okay? Please try to actually take your time. S4. Is also playing really, really fast. So now I have to try something. I feel like just resigning here. He's just too strong. We're already like totally worse. After this cool, insane sacrifice by him. I mean, actually, knight e4 is coming, so I don't know what I'm going to do. He's, like, clearly better already. Maybe e5. He also crushed me in a simultaneous... Sorry, what is it? Correspondence game. Brilliantly. Just an absolute brilliant game. Queen takes e5... And we're just down a pawn, but I don't know. There's a lot of game left here. This is really, really stupid of me. Just drop a pawn. Whatever. I'm not going to... You guys are just all playing bullet. You need to slow down. I'm just seeing the same games over and over again. And the other players are taking their time. But there's like a couple of players who are just blitzing the moves like super fast. Try to take your actual time on a few moves. If you're one of the guys like 40 minutes here. Okay, so Ananas just didn't play Queen A7. I'm kind of having a hard time understanding that. A little bit too much of a safe move here, Queen D2. The white still has a massive advantage. I might be able to survive after that. I mean, this guy is coming to get me. I mean, it's ridiculous, dude. Laluo, psychotically aggressive with the just pieces coming at me from every possible direction here. Looks extremely scary. Queen D3. Really need to get my pieces developed. You guys are all like blitzing me. We have like 37 minutes. Okay, Cam allowing a check. That doesn't do a lot for me. We are just equal against Arsenal fan. Earl Dixon is not really an exciting style player. He's very, very solid. This guy is a new guy, and he played deceptively in the opening. I mean, it looks like an absurd opening for black. It actually is really bad, but suddenly he somehow equalized here with bishop e4 check. Basically tricked me with this move. And then once he makes this exchange, it's actually not that good for white, it looks like. Kind of amazing. I'm a bit pessimistic, dude. Try playing my positions, alright? Take a look at my positions and how fast these guys play. I'm always pessimistic, Bob. I mean, that's what I do. That's why I'm 2400, man. You know, that's why like my FIDE rating reached like a maximum of 2460 because I'm pessimistic and I'm very, very safe and I really sense danger very well. I think that's my greatest strength, actually. My pessimism is a very key component of my strength. So bishop c4 here. People who are like unnecessarily optimistic actually, you know, aren't necessarily doing themselves a favor. Optimism isn't automatically a good thing in chess. I mean, it can be actually, it can be a very serious detriment. Do not see all your problems, you said in our game. I don't see any. I can't even think that fast as you asked for. I think I have a lot of problems. Total lack of development. You have like a 3-move development advantage already with the black pieces, at the, you know, for the pawn, and I have to give the pawn back too, which is pretty bad. So this move by Big Money is a brilliancy. He doesn't let me play d4. It's a huge problem for white. I'm probably lost after that. It's probably just lost. Objectively, white's position isn't sound. Or unsound, if you would like. You can just call it unsound. Pac-Man's pal just castled kingside, which I'm kind of relieved to see that, because I thought I was probably in trouble here as well. Yeah, he's the simul king. Castles, queenside, or castles, the question is. I don't know. Just general king. I think S4 has the best score of anybody, you know. So this guy's 1679, new opponent, very, very fast. But I mean, he's just basically equalized with this very strange opening. Okay, now I feel like I'm playing Aronian here. I mean, I'm basically, Bob, you could say what you want, Bob, but I'm in a passive position in almost every single game. I mean, that's not really normal. I mean, I don't care, you know, who I'm playing against, whether they're masters or like 1600s or 1300s. I should be like passive in some games and like, you know, aggressively placed in others. But it seems like in almost every case I'm like passively placed in these games. Maybe it's just my imagination. Bishop takes f3, queen takes f3, knight takes e5. Or knight takes e5. I think I have to take this. For me, like, pessimism is a huge part of my game. Rook b8. Pessimism gives me the ability to survive, you know, without like killing myself with crazy, overly optimistic ideas. Okay, bishop e3. I used to be overly optimistic, Bob. You know, that's the reason why I was like, when I was like 2200. Then I realized that you have to respect your opponents and be realistic. And most of the time, you're actually worse. Here, knight takes e5, draw. Basically a draw. Alright, this is drawish too. Here we have some kind of long-term advantage with the two bishops, maybe. Pac-Man's pal, that was a strange decision to castle kingside. Yet, it's still not that bad for white, probably. He might even have attacking chances. This would be very easy for me to make some kind of stupid mistake, underestimating his position. Let's break the center. Okay, well, f6 is one option. I don't know, guys, just if you believe in, like, if you believe in some kind of like greater being, you should probably pray to it right now, because This is just a totally crushing position. Ananas is massively underrated at this point. I mean, he's down to like 2007, but he should actually be higher in classical than he is in blitz probably. This is just resignable for black. F6. You're pessimistic. You're being pessimistic. This is totally like a lost position. Like, if you play, if I don't know, a 2500 plays a 2800 in this position, what you see in front of you right now, the 2500 is going to score like 10% at this point. My position is that bad. Like, I'm just paralyzed. Like, I don't have a move, you know, and it's not like it just happened. I mean, this has been getting worse. Bishop takes d5. Maybe we can do this somehow. Maybe this is our only hope to actually just like lose a pawn voluntarily. Actually, no, I'm not pessimistic all the time. Just when there's reason to be pessimistic. You lost 90 points on the classic shield. Yeah, dude, it's called sandbagging. I know. All right. But Lalo allows me to trade queens, which negates his like threats there. Merle Dixon with a very solid game. Unfortunately, I don't have any counterplay here. Classic position. So now the next trick. The other thing I've noticed about playing S4 is that almost every move he makes is like unexpected. Almost literally every single move is just a totally unexpected shot. Like this. I'm thinking he's going to take here or take here. But he has like a different Zwischenzug. So at this point, if you have a computer running, okay, yes, I have like one move or something that doesn't lose by force. But if you're not a computer and you have to play against someone who plays like this dynamically, you're going to lose almost 100% of the time because you just can't constantly find the only move. I have to find the only move every time. I'm like dreadfully pinned here. I have no tactics. I mean, I can lose my queen in any moment. I can't protect my pawns. Queen c2 allows bishop e4. Queen c2, bishop e4. Queen b3, I drop a piece. Queen c2, bishop e4, queen c3. He has very nearly winning a piece there. Maybe I can play queen c2, but it's kind of like, what does queen c2 even do? Queen c2, bishop e4, queen c3. I have to calculate not to lose pieces in this game, like literally, almost every time. Yeah, Eric Rosen is 2100 classical. Well, classical, I mean, how many people actually play classical games? So queen here, bishop e4. Queen c3, that's very awkward. And then if knight d5, queen b3, and I'm barely not lost. I'm thinking like queen e1 might actually be safer. But I'm going to lose like a million pawns. Queen e1, queen takes b2. Bishop c3, queen takes a2, bishop takes f6. And I'm just like down a pawn. I mean, I'm almost lost by force. S4 is like, I don't understand what's so bad about your position. I mean, both these positions are horrifying. Now here, I should probably not trade queens, practically speaking. Try to keep the game complicated. Black has invasion at that square. Alright, whatever. I still have confidence in my endgame. There's a lot of pawns left on the board. I don't mind trading queens there. Very strong play by Crow Chess Fan. Just getting developed. I think that's extremely logical. Maybe bishop c6 here. Getting my bishop in the game. We're taking this. This looks totally equal. Maggie Stowe played ridiculously fast. I'm up a pawn here. But I don't really want ops-colored bishops and rooks in such a symmetrical kind of structure. I guess I should take this. The only problem is he's doubled up. I mean, I guess I'm winning. It's going to take a lot of technical work there. So a3. I think I have reason to be pessimistic in the games where I'm pessimistic here. Really. I'm not just being paranoid or something, you know. against Ananas and S4. Those guys are the highest rated players on paper, but they're also playing like that. You know, they're not just, you know, high rated and don't play like it. Okay. Knight G3. Capri Sun. I was thinking I'm slightly better, but actually it doesn't look that great for black. It looks kind of equal. I mean, how am I going to get out of this pin? King H8, kind of a weird idea, with the idea of H6 and G5. Almost looks crazy to do that. I'm not that used to playing these classical positions. I think being pessimistic is good for your game, at least from a defensive standpoint. All right, so we lose a pawn here as expected. We're basically busted, theoretically busted for black, but maybe maybe there's still practical hope for black to hold on in this position. I don't know. What can we do to keep the game alive? Let's say knight A4. A4, kind of an active knight, but also might be a liability. Knight A4, knight B2, knight A4, and like B5. Fixing my pawns on the wrong color on the queen side, great. I don't really know what to do. Arsenal fan closed the center with D5. I mean, that looks wrong. It looks strange to do that so early, but I guess it's not really that bad of a move. Makes sense against the rook on E8 a little bit. I feel like that's one of the positions where you'd want to keep the tension normally. So if I play C6, you take, I take, and we just have a kind of position. I feel like I'm supposed to play C6. So this is dead equality. Absolutely nothing for both sides. Take back was like equalized. You unequalized. I mean, you were clearly better, dude. I mean, I don't think you should be proud of equalizing. I think you lost your advantage. My opening is bad. Bishop C4 is a really interesting move there, and I think I didn't solve the problems. So take back should be more critical of himself, like moi, and actually not be happy to equalize, but be unhappy that he doesn't have an advantage here because he should. I think this opening is a disaster for black. Been playing it for many years. I basically gave it up because it's not good. As I told the story, when I saw one of the only grandmasters who actually plays this opening for black at the European Poker Tour a couple years ago, Konstantin Maslak, he was like, you just have to stop playing the Knight F6 Scandinavian because it's just not good, you know, and everybody knows that it's not good. There's like probably 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 different lines where white just gets an advantage, period, end of story, in this opening. So it's something that I just play. I'll only play in these kind of fast time controls. Okay, Mule Skinner now. I kind of like our ending there. Oh, dude, you're kidding me. Nefedov, you just freaking trapped my bishop with h6. You did that. And I didn't pay attention. This is the first game he's won against me in like 20 games because he trapped my bishop with h6 and g5. It's not a cheapo. It's not a cheapo. I was supposed to play h4. The Ponda will tell you. Alright. I played rook c1. See, in the back of my mind, I was like, oh no, I can always like trade my bishop on b8 or something. Well, alright, Nefedov. You win, man. We're gonna have to like lose a pawn at least. Like my game against Natalie, I just wasn't paying attention. I gotta stop doing this. We're dropping pawns and pieces. It's like being a beginner again when I do one of these simuls. It's ridiculous. Like what always seems to get me is these one-move blunders. At least lately. So bishop c5 might be overrated. Let's just go here. Someone said e4. Don't say that, Bob. Don't say anything. I don't want to know if I missed a saving move there. Please don't tell me. Okay? Please don't tell me. I'm begging you, okay? Don't don't even think about telling me if I missed the move there. So this is just a technical winning position with the pawn up, but not so easy to actually convert, I suppose. I've got to really just change the way I think and start thinking more about, literally start thinking more about just basic beginner stuff like, am I hanging a piece, you know? It's been so long since I had to think like that that I actually can't do it anymore. I mean, it's either automatic or it's not. I just can't bring myself to be like, am I hanging a piece, you know? I've so long I've graduated from having to think like that. It's just impossible to do it anymore. Usually my intuition catches stuff, but in this time control, it's just too hard. I keep missing stuff. Juicebox with a very solid game. I thought it was better, but still not that easy here. I got the better king. It looks slightly better for black, but it's not so easy. I usually show respect by resigning a piece down. I will do that like all the time. But if I can just be a pawn down or something, I'm never going to resign. I mean, under any kind of normal circumstances. A6. I saw the flank move, you know. Ananas just played queen c2. What's that about? An improved attempt to like win a pawn? Anyway, I have to do this. I mean, I don't have another option there. So this player who's like 1670 and like a new opponent, I thought this would be a kind of low-rated player that would be, you know, easy for me to take out, but he's insanely solid for his rating. I mean, I think that white doesn't even have an advantage here. Do I have an advantage here if I take with the pawn and try to play this ending? I don't know, man. At least I didn't drop a queen. White gave up the dark square bishop there. Sort of dubious. Sort of, kind of. I need to play c6 at some point here. Rubinstein. Okay, so Arsenal fan comes with the bishop c4 now. He's tricked me into playing. He lured me into playing c6. Now he's coming with this. And it looks like a Philidor. Pawn takes d5, knight takes d5, knight takes e4. It is basically a Philidor. Pawn takes d5, bishop takes d5, knight takes d5, knight takes d5. And I'm fighting for equality. I don't know if there's any subtle stuff I can do here. I mean, actually, knight c5 looks... Bishop takes c5 is the problem there. Then they take with a d pawn. That's really messed up. It actually looks kind of okay for me. Takes, takes. I gotta watch for knight g5 even. And that's kind of scary. I don't know what to do. Wait. CD, bishop takes, and then if knight takes e4. So this is actually okay. Took me a while to figure it out now. Do not underestimate Pac-Man's POW. Just might as well just offer a draw now at this point, and hopefully I can get it, because usually Merle Dixon's better. We had a 100-bit donation from Merle Dixon today, the only one of the day, so I really want to say thank you to him for that. The salty stream. I'm always angry because everybody's beating the hell out of me in the simul stream. You know, you guys are like, why is he so angry? I'm not used to losing every single game. Alright, now we go here and knight c4. And we try to block up the c file. Alright, bishop d5 resigns. But I did see that. No, this was the plan all along, to go here. It's good, though, that I don't forget my plans, you know, because sometimes I do. And that can be a big problem. Against Monkey Pushing Wood, I managed to equalize against the Kopek Sicilian. Now c4 This is starting to look dubious for white. And again, I'm being pessimistic, but realistically pessimistic is good. Queen c5. Try to stay active with this move. Then he got queen f3. He got queen f3 now. Try not to give him that. Okay. So, big money with the very strong c5, and then the follow-up bishop d7. Just saving his bishop, obviously. I don't like white's game at all. We have no development. I think I'm pretty much in big trouble there. Sacking the exchange and the Marshall. And Natalie Louise seems pretty underrated. They don't really have a rating. I mean, their rating is not like I normally wouldn't accept that. They're stronger than 1700. But this case, I dropped something. Okay, a5 is a good move. I'm gonna have to suffer here, suffer through this. I don't know what to do. How about a rook endgame rather than a bishop endgame if I can get it? Soltigo. I think Soltigo, oftentimes is busy. He loses his concentration. So Nefedov. I don't know what I expected him to play, honestly. So was there e4? Someone's suggesting e4. Why would e4 be better than g4? Shouldn't really make a big difference. I guess we go here. We just pray we can survive another game where we just dropped a pawn for nothing. But honestly, that's embarrassing, I graduated from just dropping pawns a pretty long time ago. That's one of the first things you learn when you're like 17, 1800. Not to just drop pawns. Alright, we got one win. Why do we have a win, by the way? Speaking of pessimistic, look at this guy. Take back. Did I just make an insane move against take back? No, it makes some logical sense. Alright, where is Lord Jesus Christ lately? Haven't seen him in a while. So Pichu with e5. Yeah, so we went over this in our stream a few days ago. Knight e4 finally. Now it feels like black has full compensation. That's not even on the table. The only question is, does black have the advantage or not? There's no question of him having a good game here. You gotta watch out for stuff like knight takes there. That's gonna happen soon. So I think we're just groveling for equality against s4. But that sacrifice he made, I have to say, dude, I mean, you can say what you want, but that was an unbelievable sacrifice. Rook e8 to play that? That's crazy, dude. Cam, speaking of crazy, played a crazy move. Why is he just giving me his c-pawn? That's crazy. Everything's crazy. Okay. I don't know which way to do this, honestly, but that just seems unrealistic. And Demetrius, playing a very strange Benoni here. Maybe I should play bishop f2 before it's too late. I want to hang something. I thought I was going to take on e6 there originally. Now what? How do I keep the tension in this position? Easier said than done. He's coming with e5 next move. Surprisingly hard to deal with that. So a5 from Mule Skinner. Whoa. This is some sort of trick. Maybe I should take with the rook. I mean, whatever I do, it seems like he's going to have some sort of compensation, but I'm not really sure. You guys are insanely good. I have knight b5, but it doesn't do anything here. I'm going to be in time pressure soon. Soltigo. I just don't know what to do in this position. We'll wait. Very strange Benoni there. So e6, c6, excuse me. Yes, bishop g5 now. Interesting move. It seems illogical, but actually it's not. It's like a genius move. Taking out my knight to equalize. Knight d5. Knight d5, bishop takes g5. Knight d5, knight takes d5, bishop takes g5, h4. Alright, let's try it. So, how do we fend off Merle Dixon? I mean, this guy is unbelievable. Does he ever make a blunder? Once in a while. In a very, very, very rare occasion, you'll see him make a blunder. Basically, I just have to offer him draws every week because he never seems to make a mistake. You're trying to sack a pawn. You did sack a pawn. Crow Chess Fan. Dynamic. Very dynamic play. You did sack pawn. It's not trying. I mean, what are you talking about? It's done. I also tried to sack pawn here against Mr. Nefedov, obviously. We're just toast. Alright. F5. Totally missed that. Pac-Man's pal. How many rated games does he have? 1892 bullet. See, okay, he's got some blitz games, but is he got multiple accounts? I mean, is Pac-Man's pal someone else? This f5 was a really, really great idea. I mean, check him out. C takes d4. He sacks a pawn with c4 and then plays f5. I'm impressed, dude. I mean, that's another insanely deep sacrifice. I mean, to play c4 so you can play f5 more effectively. Man, dude. That is a really, really strong move. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm probably actually in some trouble. Maybe white is better. It's insane, dude. I mean, this is unbelievable. I can't believe that white can be better here. What am I supposed to do, though? This looks really dangerous for me. Rook b8. And I've got this disorganized... It's like totally disorganized Benoni now. Black's opening looked ridiculous. And now I'm in trouble. The theme of the day, really. E5? Take. I need to play e5 somehow. I can play a5. I don't know if this is enough. Okay, Juicebox, you got the bad structure there. c5 from Soltigo. Very good move. No way to break out. I'm just equal at best, it looks like. Damn. Got nothing. We've got nothing there. Kind of a lame response, too. Speaking of lame, this is lame. Very good move. a4 by black. Maybe I'll try to play like a rook ending and exchange rooks there. Kramnik student. h4. Wow. He's obviously, he or she is not down with castling. And then the proverbial bishop e3. I guess I just have to exchange Capri's Sun. Earl Dixon, no advantage against him. He's like playing God. He's actually threatening knight g5. I guess white is better now. Maybe I can play like g6. This looks very weakening. Here, against Ananas, lucky if I survive. Look at this, dude. I mean, where do you even come up with these kind of moves? I've never seen anyone who could play that dynamically. Everything is dynamic when you play against this guy. Maximum dynamism. Every single game, it's just unbelievable. I'm not exaggerating. It sounds like I'm exaggerating, but it's just it's insane. All right, Queen F6. Traded rooks. Just trying to survive. A lot of my games are embarrassing. Lost a pawn here. Back. Soltigo. He's like equal, maybe better now. I made like 2 passive moves in a row. Lost all my advantage. Here. This is one of the only games where I'm actually better. Because Lalo let me trade favorably the queens. Which he didn't really have to allow that. Or if this is even a good move. I mean, giving him... Yeah, I have the threat of bishop d4 though. I thought Capri Sun should think about taking with the pawn here, objectively. You know, now it's slightly better for black, maybe, but not much. This might even be a big mistake. I'm just in a world of hurt here against Ananas, down a pawn for nothing. This is the struggle. It's hard to be me. Playing on the wrong side of the board there. I really need to get developed here. Oh my god. This guy is 1600. He just played queen d6. Great blockading move. I mean, black's like better now. Okay, bishop g4, whoa. It's like playing s4 again. Like, there's no fear of discoveries. How do you not have fear of discoveries ever? She played a3. Really. Gotta be careful here. Black played bishop takes e5. Not what I expected. Must be a good reason why he has that. Yeah, it's going to be hard to keep that so-called extra pawn in this position. I think it's just equal. Mule Skinner's seen it all. Speaking of equal, I've got to be careful I'm not worse here. I mean, I could easily hang a pawn or something. Rook d8. He's no longer got that back rank problem. Rook d8, bishop d2. Rook d8. I guess this move is okay. What happened? e3. So we've got problems, obviously, but maybe black can somehow hang on here. a5 takes rook a8, trying to get active. Problem is there's this a4 at the end of the day. a5, a4. Pawn takes pawn. a5 takes rook a8, a4. Rook takes. Pawn takes pawn, and then I'm screwed again. So a5 takes rook a8. Yeah, it's bad. He's going to have a4 at some moment. It's very hard for me to get active here. It's like my last chance to play a5. a5, pawn takes pawn. Rook a8, a4. Rook takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. Maybe I could try to blockade, but I'm lost. So I have to just suck it up. I can't play that. We can try for some cheapos with like knight e5 or something. Then he plays bishop f1. Very unpleasant position here for black at the best case scenario. So knight h5 now. Trying to get in queen, I guess trying to get in queen h4. Queen f3, queen h4. Very strong move. Queen f2. I think I'm kind of screwed. How about queen g5, trading queens? How bad is it? It's pretty bad, probably. Take, rook e8, d4, trades pawns. I'm just in a really bad situation. I don't know. Queen d2, safe move. Every move from Erl Dixon is a safe move. So knight f6 now. There goes my pawn. This guy, he's not a 1600 man. I mean, this is 1500. He's 1400 in bullet, 1400 in blitz after 600 games. I'm just like probably not even better anymore. I'm only 1,000 points higher rated. And he's got such a solid game. This is terrible for me. Great blockade there. Bishop b4. I can sack the exchange. One of the only dynamic ideas I've had all day, honestly, but I don't even think it's sound. Unfortunately. It's not even sound. It's my only dynamic idea the entire day, guys. And it doesn't work. I think I have to simply take... Now he over... Excuse me. He saw the idea. Okay. What do I do now? What do I do? I'm a little concerned here. Got to be careful. You can't be too careful. Man, Steve... Really solid players in the simul, guys. You have no idea how strong these players are. You've had to face them. Till you've had to face them yourself. Man, I hate my position against Nefedov. Queen b3. Best, equal at best here. I mean, I have knight e4. Queen takes queen. What am I doing there? I mean, I can play that move, but how good is it? What does it even do? Knight e4, queen takes queen. It, like, does nothing. I have no clue, really. I have nothing. Alright, so Arsenal had to take back with the pawn. In that case, I'm okay. So I'm definitely not worse here. Till I... Famous last word, till I hang something. But if I play bishop b5, we can try to win, I guess. We still hang on to our pawn. It's probably still equal. So knight e4 could be a tactical miscue. Not even sure, though. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I think this is actually... I also have queen c4 check. Wait, queen c4 check. He's got queen f7. That's annoying. Queen c4 check, queen f7, or even queen e6. So here, Cam just... I mean, it looks like he blundered, but there's some weird dynamic stuff. g6, h6. I don't want to open the file. Rook takes e3. Pawn takes e3, knight takes e3, bishop takes h7 check. Gets kind of crazy. Sure, I really want to go there. My time is like running out. Actually, knight takes d5 is a problem. So rook takes e3 is not that stupid. Let's just do it. So Nefedov just hosing me here. I'm just busto. Completely busto. Down a pawn for nothing. Not the only game. Now Pichu, repeating that other weird opening we saw earlier this week. This is just annoying, dude. How can they do this? A new variation discovered in the Queen's Gambit declined in 2018, revitalizing the most unplayable move like ever considered or not considered in Capablanca's era. The most unprincipled move ever, like c5 in the main line of the Queen's Gambit. You can just do that on move 6. It's a little hard to believe, dude. But it's apparent that white cannot get an advantage. I have an advantage here, but it's so tiny that I don't have time to exploit it, basically. I just don't have the time to try to work this out. I mean, bishop takes f6. There's nothing. It's so lame for white. Bishop h6. Now, like, What am I gonna do? I have no clue. Maybe e4. It's kind of a strange move, jeopardizing my structure. Here against Juicebox, honestly, I have to confess I didn't calculate this too far. Thought, oh well, I'll have something. But it's not looking so convincing. I have no clue. Where is my advantage? Juicebox Wizard. He's way more solid than usual. Played a very solid positional style game here. Man, b5 isn't going to be enough. Okay, we got to take. Running out of time now. Mule Skinner, ridiculously good. He's improved massively. Just, I don't know, I think he's secretly learning. Outside of the stream, too. Not just here, but outside of our stream. He's got another coach. I'm almost certain of it. Alright. Soltigo. I've got nothing. Man, I hate chess. I really do. I can't think of a better way to explain how I feel right now. I just hate chess. Like, none of these games are even fun. I'm getting, like, tortured in every single game. Just hating life right now. Bishop c4. I guess I'm being stupid. I should play rook e5 with a little bit of activity. Okay, Kramnik Student. Kramnik Student got a bit passive. And the h4 is risky. So we should be better there. Alright. Structure. Structure is too important to sacrifice there. I try to keep the game simple. Not seeing a lot of blunders, by the way. I'll keep pushing wood, playing rook g1. I mean, that's like you're just intentionally trying to find the weirdest move you can possibly play. Like, that's the only thing I can think of when I see that move. Like, let's purposely think of the strangest thing we can do. Alright, knight takes. Yeah, knight takes allows knight e5. My intention was to take with the queen. And now Pichu. The super solid position. Super Salad. It's an old restaurant in Boston. Not long lived. Pretty stupid name for a restaurant. Okay, let's move it along faster here for black. Where's my counterplay? What are my problems? Let's play this really straightforward. Knight a4 would be kind of weird, but I'm going to drop the a6 pawn. So I should play knight b4, go for the two bishops. Okay, I'm happy with that move, I guess. Improve the king. Can never go wrong with that. Dude, okay, this is getting a little bit over the top now. Rook d5, rook e6, rook d6. You're just trying to be weird with these moves. Rook takes d5, rook takes d5, bishop c4. Because if I could just trade pieces against this guy, I feel a little safer. He's psycho. He's really psycho, tactically. Alright, rook e8. That's a good move. I just don't know what to do. He's bishop f4. For lack of a better move. He plays d5. Nearly equalizes. Yeah, this is... I was afraid of knight f5. Like, I probably shouldn't have allowed that. Now, we might have time to... Man, he's going to put pressure on that. That's the problem. If I play this, he's coming. This is actually another player that I've never seen before, but he's really solid. 1900 in Blitz, or Bullet. See, the other problem is his classical ratings are just bogus. I mean, people are like 1600 classical, but they're 1900 Bullet. Nobody has classical. I don't even have classical games. I think we should change it somehow. Take backs onto something. Trade everything, play for a draw. That's what I basically do in these simuls. I don't know. My position's dubious. Half the time. Okay, it looks like Kramnik student realistically is worse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns each. I have a check that doesn't do a whole lot. He has some kind of mating threats. And now there's this game, the Pac-Man's Pal. Surprisingly, I haven't lost to Pac-Man's Pal, but this game is starting to scare me a lot right now, okay? He's another player who's like psychotically imbalancing the game. The judgment of C4 and all that is like beyond master level. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, it looks like White's just lost 1 minute and now he's like better. I mean, unless I can find some kind of perfect moves, I could be in very serious danger here. I'm scared. Very scared. And then this guy's pro chess fan, very solid. I'm not even better. I'm not even equal, probably. There's some issues here. Bishop e4 looks like. I can probably buy a tempo or something. Not sure it's a good move objectively, though. Rook takes g5, just trying to be weird. Looks like this equalizes. I do have f6. Wait. I have f6. f6 will save me. Oh no, he's got bishop e3 sometimes. Be careful. 24 still playing. Yeah, that's insane, dude. I don't think that's ever happened. That many games still ongoing at this stage. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, there is no mistakes from even the people who are like 1300. They don't make any sort of mistakes. I mean, that's weird, dude. You know, I make mistakes, like, undoubtedly. But these guys don't make blunders. Like, nobody makes a blunder. It's impossible. Siltigo will be, like, the first one to make a blunder. Okay, h6. You know, it looks like a mistake on the surface, but I'm not convinced it is a real mistake. The real McCoy. Should I go here, or should I go bishop e7? Tough call. Okay, this is just strange. I'm getting out of here. 24 still ongoing. I mean, b5. I also have knight b6 dropping my e5 pawn. That's good. How about knight e4? Do we ever have any sort of tricks here? Apparently not. Rook a8 going for the back rank. I have almost no advantage against Juicebox. Okay, we fixed the pawn structure. It's a good thing this is not chess 960 or something, because then I'll probably get mated. Knight takes c3, another secret move. But I have the feeling the thing is with s4, I had a friend who did this. It's almost like he's playing for the gallery or something, you know? And, you know, that's funny and everything, but when it's a serious game, I mean, you gotta not play for the gallery, just try to play the best moves. Alright. I mean, it just seems like, okay, you gotta enjoy chess, but at the same time, you want to win, you know what I mean? Like, you want to play the best move you can play, don't you? Wow, Nefedov going crazy with the pawn tension here. And now the opposite color bishops. This is probably a draw, but I have the outside pawn. Actually, Magnus could convert. All right, queen e5 going into the ending. Really no choice. Queen e5. Queen e5 does a lot. That's a great move. Yeah, we're just groveling. Groveling for survival. Dialing for dollars. Pawn takes pawn. What are we going to do? They play pawn takes pawn, I'm screwed. So I'm basically screwed anyway. I have to play like rook d2. This is hopeless. I'm going to lose here. This is not a joke. There's any kind of tricks? Maybe we could try something weird like c4. Starting to have hallucinations, I think. Alright, we're just gonna trust in our gut instinct, I guess. At this time control. This late stage. Arsenal fan pinning me. Pinning me. Alright. Pin is a pin, man. I mean, I can't get out of that any other way. So, this is crazy, this game. What is going on, guys? All my stuff is hanging. Pac-Man's pal plays faster and faster every move. I thought I was just clearly better, and I might be clearly worse. What a crazy position. Bishop takes g3. I thought I'd like chill the position a little bit with this move. And it'll take some of the life out of it. Crow chess fan. How did your knight get on c4? When did your knight get on c4? Just now. Okay. So I played bishop e4. Wow, this is weird. Crow chess fan is just better now. Wonderful. Groveling for a draw there. Knight h5. Okay. Man, everyone is so strong here. You guys think I'm like pulling your legs, but I'm serious. I mean, you guys are brutally good. b5. This is probably a big mistake, though. Juicebox just miscalculated there. Man, this is like an extremely strong simul. I'm doing better this week than I have lately, but I mean, even the guys who are like 1600 are playing like 2000. Give me a break. This dude is so solid. All right, we gotta exchange rooks. Try to draw against Ananas. Magnus Carlsen is in the house here against Muleskinner. Rook d2. Check. Win a piece. Magisto played too fast. Now the other knight stays on the board. I guess. Pac-Man's pal with a crazy position. Man, I'm scared to play king g7. I'm scared of everything here. e6. Rook takes d4. Dude, check this guy out. Queen takes c4. Like, this game is creepy. It's just really, really creepy. I can't find a move fast enough to keep up with him. What if, I don't even know my other games with this guy were like. I mean, this is frightening. I thought I was like clearly winning. Now I'm in massive danger. Okay. Rook c8, head to the center. Am I down material? Yeah, we're down a pawn for nothing. That's good. That's really good. Am I just toast here? Wow, I'm just toast. That's good to know. I'm just toast. Maybe not. Maybe there's some weird hope. But it doesn't look like that. I can't do everything. There, check there. Huh. There's no hope. I'm just totally busto against Ananas. Arsenal with a... He has a very small tendency to play too fast, but in this simul he's taking his time, which is good to see. Now e5 is the move you want to play here. Does it work though? You know, it just doesn't work. Probably losing material now. e5. What do I want to do? Alright. Approximately equal endgame there. Scary. Scary position. Don't know what to do. Laluo. Also, guys are fast, man. You guys are fast, too. Okay, AP, just castle queenside is kind of nutty. Try to keep a very, very small advantage against Pichu. This is a worrisome situation right here. I have to try to sacrifice for the initiative. I wanted to play queen takes, but then he doubles on the file and I can't protect e5. I mean, I might be losing against Capri Sun. Just a pawn down for nothing, apparently. So this is what I missed. It's a big problem. It's just over. My rook just can't go to a good place. So it's over. I didn't see it. I just resign. I mean, I don't see any reason to play this out. He's got two connected passed pawns, and I can't play a5. I just resign. Save my time. He only used 5 minutes for the whole game. That's impressive. I have to admit, that's pretty freaking impressive, dude. To use just 5 minutes for the entire game. Alright, we'll try to tie up his rook there. So now, queen d3. Try not to hang anything. 2100. We have no advantage here. Some theoretical advantage, maybe. But e4 is a big problem. Alright, let's put the knight on e4. Then I can't protect it. Or can I? Alright, maybe it's something. Here, d4. For lack of any other move. It's almost a mate, man. That's weird. Alright. What are we going to do? We're going to take here. Monkey pushing wood, drop the rook. Okay. Cam with a super fast play. g6. Wow, dude. Does anybody know what's going on around here? I'm scared. Queen c5, equalizing. I guess this is just a draw, truthfully. I'm just going to opt for a draw. I mean, there's no way, like, anybody's winning this game, I would say. We got to get to the e-file, but it's not going to be enough. Speaking of draws, he's got enough counterplay. Masterful defense by Muleskinner there. Also, very little time needed. Probably Kramnik student must be a good endgame player. He declined. Dude, seriously? Yeah, I was going to be like, what? Alright. So now I'm down a pawn, and I don't know that I have enough compensation here, but we'll try. Unfortunately, this just looks like a draw. I didn't want to trade rooks, but I don't know what I can do. It's also just a draw. Too many draws already. A draw is a draw. I'm not going to be, I'm going to try to be realistic about it, If it's a draw, it's a draw. Yeah, especially, what happened? c4. This could get kind of dynamic if I play this out. Let him play c4. I mean f5 and e4. It's kind of dangerous. It's also a draw. This guy is not 1600 Lee chess. He's super scary. I don't know what to do. I think I just blundered. Alright, some initiative here with knight f4. But only if I can play knight f4, and I'm not sure I can. Time is wasting. The Pac-Man's pal. And the thing about Pac-Man's pal is the speed of his moves is sort of insane. Like, he's made his last moves like instantaneously. Queen d3. I've got to be very, very, very careful not to lose in one move here. It could easily happen. Okay, against s4 at least I managed to trade some pieces. Should give me some chances for a draw. This is also a draw. I'm just going to be realistic. I mean, you guys play ridiculously strongly for the most part. I didn't want to take that bishop anymore. I changed my mind. Alright. Can I get anybody in time pressure, maybe? Can you guys actually lose on time? I had a win against you? He's like, oh my god, I had a win against him. I'm that surprised too, man. I mean, you're just playing better and better. But the time use is amazing. All right, I'm a little worried about this game. No. Soltigo luckily actually takes his time, which gives me a chance. Maybe I should trade off my bishop here, although that's double-edged actually. I don't know what to do against Soltigo. This looks a little sketchy. Don't have much there. Alright, Arsenal fan is getting into mild time pressure. Much easier for him though than for me. Kind of hesitating to find a plan. H3. I'm terrified of S4. He's so good. I'm just scared to play against him, period. Yeah, he'll have like queen b2. Check it out. Rook d1, queen b2. Probably like almost wins for black. See, this is why I gotta play this move before it's too late. Yeah, I'm just gonna offer a draw here. I mean, this is equal. Probably. About equal. We got a number of draws. I mean, there's nothing to do. I'm just being realistic. Juicebox dropped the ball there. He was actually doing pretty well. Okay, now white declined my draw offer. That's a little weird against the master level player. Alright. This is just a theoretical draw. It's really totally drawing position. If I check and then threaten to go to the 7th rank, like, what are you going to do? Let's just check. He's a new player, though. Alright. Whatever, dude. So, 92. E5, we're rolling here. This looks really strong now. One of my only good positions. Now, groveling for a draw in this one, looks like. Pro chess fan, playing very well. Nefedov took a lot of time. He's up a pawn. I haven't seen Natalie's game where I hung a pawn in that as well, like, for a long time. E6. Can I do that? Is that even good? I think I have to take on F6. This looks really bad. I can't play E6 without the pawn getting overextended. Steve is a really tricky player. I mean, he's playing this well. Damn, dude, I just can't stop him from doing things. He keeps getting threat after threat. Rook E1, and I'm walking into tactics. Look at this. This is brilliant for black. Queen D3, maybe? I'm just groveling for equality. Man. It's just amazing how well people play. You know, I have like 1 or 2 good positions, but no one ever makes mistakes. It's crazy. Like, I'm not exaggerating. It's much easier in Blitz. You guys are like masters. Okay, Dmitry may be collapsing. Black here actually... Really, dude. I mean, he played this move instantly. Queen takes, knight takes, bishop c6, rook d8, rook d1, and then he has like 95 at the end of the day, which apparently leaves him up a pawn. Or I have bishop c4, just being down a pawn with like vague compensation. It's ridiculous. I mean, this is well, the problem is that I lose on time a lot of games, Kramnik student, you know, so I appreciate when people accept draws, because otherwise I just start flagging against all the players because I'm playing like a 25 board simul. So it's basically like it's if you think it's like a drawn position, it's basically a good form to like accept a draw. If not, you make it very, very hard for me. The point of the thing isn't to like flag me. I mean, it's basically, you know, whatever. If you really think you have an advantage, then play. But if you think it's a draw, then you should accept a draw. I mean, I think that's probably the correct way to approach it. It's very, very hard for me to not get flagged in all my games when I start getting into time pressure. So that's why I appreciate when people actually accept the draws that I offer. especially people who are just playing in my simul for the first time. It's just kind of polite, you know, but whatever. You can do what you want to do. Queen c2 here. Pichu is hanging really tough. Rook takes. I'm slightly worse. I mean, I could just lose on time, no problem, man. It's just like, it's really hard to play all these games at the same time, though. Knight takes c5. I'm not going to offer any more draws. Here, I just want a piece. Now, Pac-Man's pal. I don't know who's better here. I just keep thinking I'm making a blunder all the time. It's a strange game to play for a win in that position, honestly. Against someone who's like an international master. That's pretty weird for me, but whatever. Alright, so Queen e4 here, and we're still slightly up a pawn. I don't know. He has full compensation for this pawn. I don't think I'm really better. Probably going to lose on time there. Nefedov is... If I push the pawn to b4, I might be losing it. So I guess I go knight e6. I take his dark square bishop, but he's still better. So, I mean, you know, this is a draw. You know, white might be like plus 0.1 advantage or something, but I mean, it's just hard for me to play 25 people. So, I really appreciate it. It's not just your game. Like, in the other games, I'm like losing on time and stuff like that, so I can concentrate better on the other games if we just let the draws be draws. If it's not an interesting position. I mean, I totally am not going to guilt people into taking draws in complicated positions or something, but when it's like a trivial rook end game, I mean, come on. So pawn takes pawn here. Laluo is really, really tough. I lost a similar endgame against him I would say a couple months ago, where I thought, you know, I was better, but he hung really, really solid, tough there at the end. So we're up a piece there. Arsenal now going into a slightly worse ending where I've got the two bishops. There's nothing clear here against Dmitry. Pichu just keeps making the best moves. But I think I still have some kind of theoretical advantage against Pichu. This is really unpleasant. Pro chess fan. If I play knight d5, then my bishop's trapped again. This is like a nightmare. Looks like extremely strong play by white. I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm kind of getting tortured here. So Arsenal fan, these two bishops should give me something. We've got this guy. He's definitely not 1483 in blitz. I mean, I think that's a safe assumption. The last move, he like that position where there could have been a pin or something, he calculated that like instantaneously. I mean, dude, this guy is really pretty strong, obviously. So now AP is in big trouble here. This has been going downhill for a while, but structurally it was bad. And then his king position is really the kicker. Yes, Nefedov, maybe I have some chances to hold on. Here I'm just a piece up, so it should be, you know, so long as I don't get pinned on the rank or whatever, I should be winning against Megisto, whose time usage is bad. I mean, he just plays ridiculously too fast. Need to take your time there. Megisto, you just did it to yourself by blitzing too much. Here, knight b5, I can go after that pawn. Really, really solid guy, this Laluo. So s4 declined to draw in a pawn up position, okay? I mean pawn down. You're a pawn down and you decline to draw. And I'm complaining about the guy. I'm complaining about the other guy. I mean, that's ridiculous. He's a pawn up, I'm down. I can't even speak properly. Thanks, S4. Obviously, you're better there. So make it easy for me. Okay, what happened? Bishop d5 check. Frightening move that I entirely missed. I have no clue what's going on here. King g7 is the move I want to play. Does he have a tactic? No. Alright. Once in a while, people will just make some sort of tactical mistake when you think they're playing like God. This happens surprisingly a lot. He's trying for the last board trophy. He has a good chance to win, I would say. Alright, whatever. I'm not going to be a nice guy anymore. I'll just lose on time. Whatever. Pawn takes pawn. I'm very competitive. I hate losing. And even if it's like a simul, it pisses me off. Soltigo, I missed that. Nice move. Queen b8. He's hanging tough. I see a stylistic change in Soltigo's game. And I don't know if it's because of me or what, but he's suddenly, in recent history, started to play like more safe style chess, basically. The guy has 14 minutes left. That's quite a bit. Another draw. Against Arsenal fan, looks like he's gone for my pawn structure here. So this is really good for black. Okay, interesting position now. I guess I was thinking pawn takes pawn. Rook takes rook, rook takes rook, and then we can do a couple different things. I hate taking with my pawn. I like to take with my king if I could, but she trades rooks twice, or just once, and then plays rook d8. But then I go rook takes c5. I should be able to get over there and like win that pawn. I don't know, how fast can she move her pawns on the king side? I could be lost here. Pawn takes pawn doesn't look good. Alright, I might be losing the king and pawning game. Or some kind of king and pawning game. There, no clue. Okay, this just looks good for me, but Dimitrios has this knight c4 thing. It's like, he's kind of banking everything on this. This knight coming in here. Which is pretty scary. Oh my god. I knew it was coming. I knew there was some reason. Oh my god. He has this move, bishop d5 check. And I have to take with a knight. And I'm just better. But instead I played this. I did not see queen takes d4 check. It's an absolute game over. Just resign. Totally missed it. So embarrassing. Pac-Man's pal, congratulations. Great job. Alright. Yeah, interesting game. He just wins in one move. Nefedov. I had the feeling I was going to lose that game against Pac-Man's pal, though. He was so fast. Just putting pressure on me all the time. Knight e2. Sorry, rook e2. Yeah, but now things are getting weird. Always I have some weird tactic like bishop d5. I have bishop d5 here. He still has a saving move, queen c7. Then I go like rook f5. So maybe I can actually pull something off here. Gary Fang. Any relation to Pac-Man's pal? Pac-Man's pal used an interesting time there. Played pretty fast. He had a good good position though. This guy is tough as nails, man. I mean, come on. I think in a tournament game he's like 1500 in bullet, but he plays like a master. Again, like these games are getting brutal. Okay, I understand when they're like 2100, you know, but people who are like 1500 in bullet, I mean, are just like unbeatable. You know, it's crazy, dude. How about b4? This is very drawish, but we're better in that ending now. All right, we're forced to exchange rooks. Arsenal fan going on defensive mode, but it's still not easy. And knight d4 is going to make my life kind of difficult to convert this, so Arsenal fan hanging tough. b4. Oh man, how about this ending? What are we doing here? Alright, we lost that game to Pac-Man's Pal. That's my second loss already. Again, I don't like the quality of the games that are being played. A lot of games are decided by the stupidest things. I hate that. You know, I just want the games to be good, you know, but they're not. There just continues to be like all these blunders and stuff. It's just sad that that has to be that way. You know, I really don't want it to be like that. Man, Nefedov's just destroying me. Totally destroying me. This is just a draw. Masterful game by black. Now, maybe I have something. Where's my other rook? I only have one rook. Alright, here. Speaking of Gingy. Do we have anything here? Oh, he's on that anyway. Okay. It's a good thing I have bishop h6, I guess. I thought Dmitry was going to play knight c4. I must be forgetting something here. Okay, this pass pawn looks really, really strong. Soltigo is like the only player in the entire simul who's in time pressure, which I find amazing. Alright, let's get our bad bishop, our good bishop out there. You're trying your best. You don't have to apologize. I apologize for the quality of my blunders. I mean, I make like ridiculous blunders, and it just makes me angry. I mean, there's some games where I'm in time pressure or whatever. Man, this guy is really tough. Like, I'm gonna lose now? It's ridiculous. I'm clearly slightly better there. This is just a draw. Ridiculous. I was better. Again, couldn't do anything. Alright. This is really a great position for me. There is a second player in time pressure. So he found this. Now I have this move, and I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Oh yes, of course he has a defense against that too. I can do rook e4 though. Doesn't have a defense against that? And that's weird. Capri Sun. Capri Sun suddenly has some insane traps and tactics that is really scary. Knight takes g2. And hopefully I'm okay here. In the endgame. Did I just play a move, b6? That was great. Thought I had time for b6 there, huh? Now I'm worse. Pichu plays really, really well too. The standard of play for a simul is extremely high. Honestly. Alright. Queen b3. Slightly worse now. I'm just hosed against Nefedov. You guys would be a disgrace to not win that kind of endgame Nefedov has against me. There's no excuse. I mean, that endgame should be won 99 out of 100. What Nefedov has in that rook endgame. If he doesn't win, he should hang his head, because that position is awful for me. Maybe time, but that's the only excuse. Like, you better win it. I'm just trading this lame exchange just to keep the game simpler. Now rook takes, and if rook d8, b4, chop chop, f5, king c3, e5, king b3. Yeah, I should be able to creep across there. Probably she has some other good move. Okay, now Arsenal fan did a surprising move. Bishop takes. I'm just slightly better in this ending. We'll take it. Now there's like pawn takes. Or not pawn takes. So rook c3, rook takes e3. Another surprise tactic there. What a surprise. He finds an amazing tactical resource. Rook d3. Are you surprised? Man, there's no knight g5, there's no kind of tricks. I just have to lose a pawn. Thus, that's why he declined to draw, of course. We have great compensation for the exchange, but is it enough? d5. Alright, let's go. So, alright, so, queen takes c3, take, we're winning a piece. A piece falling apart. Nefedov, as I said, if my queenside was not ridiculous, like isolated pawns, I could see, like, you know, maybe I'd have some chance to survive or something. This is just gross. This is just over. So Crow Chess Fan kind of bailed out with bishop takes d5. I don't know if he had a better move, but that looks like it's a draw. A draw move. Nothing I can do though. I mean, it's equal. I guess it's equal. Yeah, she found c5. That's a devastating move, which I failed to find. I can play b4, I guess. Try to play on another move or two. Then there's the sick rook a4. So I guess this is just like give it up. Give up the ghost here. Just resign now. I can just resign now. I mean, this is over. I'm not going to play that out. I mean, that's silly. That was the game where I lost the pawn right away. After c5, you can forget about it. So now against Soltigo, I'm a little bit better. I'm not going to waste my time playing games that I know that it's a lost position. Another really amazing move here by Laluo with the g4. Really amazing move. I never would have even envisioned that as a possibility as an international master. That is a brilliant move for white right there. Absolutely brilliant. Now he has counterplay, all the counterplay he ever wanted. And plenty of time, like 12 minutes left. Wow. So look at this tactics that he finds. I mean, damn, dude. Queen here? Maybe we can ever get a threat or something? Alright, rook takes rook. We're just going to flag. Arsenal fan. Can I ever win a single game? This is a draw. 5 wins, 3 losses, 4 draws. This is another draw. I'll just offer a draw here. Might as well just stop wasting our time. That's impossible for me to win. Soltigo. I might have some kind of practical chances here. But, let's see. The level of play in the simul is ridiculously strong. Just crushing. Too hard. Just too hard. Okay. So, tricks, everyone. Let's try this. Check. Slightly better in the ending. Okay, this is lost for black, obviously. Should give that up. It would be nice if people would resign when they have like hopeless positions. That's another kind of, I don't know how to call it, kind of like good etiquette. You know, if you have an absolutely hopeless position like down a piece, probably it's good to resign. I would appreciate it. Yeah, he sees everything. So let's try for the rook ending here against Merle Dixon. Rook takes e5, which I missed. Let's see what he has. It's like every single move that, you know, S4 comes up with, it's almost like, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like almost scripted. It's like he's got some kind of answer for everything you could possibly imagine. You know, anytime you think you have an advantage, it like evaporates into thin air. It's unbelievable. This guy's offering a draw here. I mean, that's a very strange thing to do. Like, in this position, offer a draw? That's really, really messed up. Alright. Why would that be a draw? It's like the most imbalanced position here. So, now we're better. But I need to get my king to the center, I guess. Okay, this is just, like, ridiculous. I'm lost here. I thought knight g4, threatening knight e3 might even be better for black. But you can't argue with the knight on e4, I guess. Winning is winning, right, Nefedov? I mean, we've got some theoretical advantage here against Arsenal. It's kind of a tough position. Some small edge. I don't know if it's enough, you know, to convert to a win. Here, Soltigo trades off my strong knight. Man, that's sharp. He's got 9 minutes left. I think we're just winning. Bishop takes. Is there a trap? We're just making a queen there. Okay. Soltigo, what do I have here? Knight a4. Does that do anything? Actually, I'm not sure it does anything. Like, knight a4, pawn takes pawn. We'll play it. So I make a queen. Don't we get a rook? Man, this is tough. Bad bishop on f6. I also have knight g5 in some positions. g4. But he's going to play like knight d5. So this pawn is hanging. Wait a second. Maybe we're just trading pawns. Alright. We're just trading pawns here. Time. Yeah, this is okay. Megisto, king position. Now I got to be careful about what I'm going to do with my rook and king there. Arsenal, good endgame. We actually have some interesting endgames today, which is not always the case. Usually I'm like losing on time before that happens or something. Here, rook b3, almost feel like that loses a tempo. He's got to play king d3. Then I guess I can check him. This is sort of silly to play this out. Capri Sun luring me into a false sense of security. But we're almost winning. There isn't a knockout blow that I can actually see. Bishop c8. Yes, there is, right? Is that crushing? Looks really strong. Still has like knight h5. Alright, Capri Sun in time for sure. So knight e2, knight e2. Big money blundered. Pichu's very similar, reminding me of s4 here. He's got an answer for everything. Rook e7, rook e1 check, king h2, and like, what am I doing? Alright, we're taking his knight, so some knight f5. Rook down, rook check, king up, knight f5. I'm not sure about this. I'm scared. Hope I didn't blunder. Alright, I don't know. That's over. You're down a rook here. You are down a rook here, right? You're not joking about that. Okay. We picked up something there, too, which is good. So Big Money made a blunder. And then here, I don't know. My plan was what? I got to reevaluate this. I was going to take back on d4. It's super lame, but it kills his bishop. Okay, this is really silly. So Arsenal. He's got the A file. What about that? I mean, does he have enough to hold this? Is this even a good move? G5? King D3, right? So Merle Dixon doesn't have any kind of weaknesses on the other side of the board, which is sort of tricky. Man, speaking of tricky, Laluo. Dude will not give up. This is just ridiculous. Okay. Yes, the only move, knight h5. Gotta be kidding me. That actually works. I almost have to take it. And he's alive. He offered me a draw before. Wait, knight takes h3 check? Wait a minute. Knight takes h3 check. Queen takes h3? What is going on? Knight takes h3, rook takes h3, queen takes e5. That looks kind of suicidal. Bishop takes g4. Knight takes f6 check, pawn takes. Lose a piece. What am I doing here? This is insane. Knight h5 with 1 minute left on the clock. Has this. Steve, thank you for the donation. Yeah, nice game. Really hard to beat you. I don't know how I have the score that I do against you, honestly. I really can't figure it out because it seems like every time I play you, I'm like pulling teeth to have any advantage whatsoever. You know, it seems like I've been lucky in like time pressure before or something. But generally speaking, I don't have much. So again, that was the case here today. Now, big money, man, big money should be in trouble here. Yeah, c7. We're getting a little bit low on time. I would really think this is necessary to resign there. It would be good sportsmanship to resign. Okay, so I've got nothing, huh? Nothing, honey. A little something. But the toughest game of the day is this guy. He's like a monster. Monster defender. Now, this is super scary. Alright. Here, how do I break this down? Up a piece there, but he won't give up. Now, 6 pawns, 6 pawns. Queen g5 check, go into the ending, and he's got this terrifying threat at the end of the day with knight c6. So if I trade queens, he has knight c6. Just ruining my day. There's also rook f3, which may or may not do anything. But I'm about to lose on time, basically. So I don't know what to do. I guess I should have taken the draw when I had the chance. I mean, Capri Sun. 1600 in classical, but no rated. He's got 1900 in bullet. That's interesting. That's a big differential. Basically no classical games. How about bishop e6? That's super passive and really lame. Super passive and really lame. Knight c6. Ugh. Nefedov, can you find a way to not win this position? Please. Alright. Knight g5 check. Nope, that's not going to work. Let's just make Luft. Like h4. He's got the a pawn. Screw that. Rook there loses a piece. Almost. Rook a1. Alright. So, bishop d5. You guys don't joke around. I'm not going to joke around. Rook e1. Very solid. Trying to hold on here. To beat Merle Dixon is almost impossible. I want you guys to know that. If you don't know that, you don't know what's what. How do I try to make progress here? Progress. Forget about progress. Just try to stay alive. What happened? King f8 was played. Wow, dude. That's an insane move. That is an insane move. Okay. So here. You guys want to lose on time or something? Okay, this guy is not going to resign. Really starting to piss me off. Okay, rook f3 check. Arsenal. Do I have an exchange sacrifice? Do I hear exchange sacrifice? He defended. King F1. Can I do that? I'm up a rook. He's not resigning. All right. Everybody is. They don't like resigning against me. I mean, it's really. It's almost kind of insulting. Get no respect around here. Bishop E5. Is that a good move? Probably not. And then the craziness continues. Obviously a draw. I worked for it. Okay, finally we're gonna break through here. I hope. Okay, Nefedov, how do I keep this alive here? Very, very tough dude, this Nefedov. I'm gonna do something crazy. Rook E8. So, I don't know, Rook D7? Squeezing? Squeezing. Knight C3. Better against Soltigo. Now here looks like a small problem, but he does have the bishop sacrifice coming up, which is obviously a critical defense. Okay, King H8, and now my rook is hanging. So there's a couple different ways to do this. You kind of take the fun out of it with this move. It's fun killer. Good drawing chances there. All right, we'll just repeat position, and he will not give up. D4 check. Not many pawns left, obviously. More threats. But can we win a piece here with like Rook B3? Not quite. Rook B3? Wow. Okay, Arsenal has a trick. Bishop takes D5. Rook D3 or something. So I don't think I can actually win the pawn. Now, more tricks. How about endgames? Endgames are hard. You guys got me in time pressure. Wait, what happened? Queen C8 check, Queen F8, Queen B7, H6. Now like Knight D4. Guy's scary. It's mate. My first mate today. Lots of draws. Slots of draws. Blockade the pawn. Oh man, I'm probably dead here. Okay, so Knight takes F6. Pichu's in big trouble. Knight takes F6. He has a defense though. Queen takes B7, and I'm not winning. But Black's in a really bad way here, like strategically. Alright, yeah. Megisto, it would be nice if you resigned that. Alright. I guess you're not going to do that. Alright, Rook D1. What do you guys think will be the last game today? Stupid question. It's got H6 coming? Not yet. So, Soltigo. What do we do here? I was thinking G4. Threatening to win a piece. Really unpleasant for Black. Manage trade-off. Against S4, I feel like I'm playing a GM or something. I'm just like trying to neutralize his threats. Like if I was playing a 2500. Just basically trying to trade his pieces. Okay, I can take a pawn, right? Wait. H5 was played. Alright. I don't understand why this guy doesn't resign. There's a way for me to mess that up or something? Like, is it even conceivable to screw that up? Like, is it even possible? I guess I could lose on time, right? Man. Soltigo, how do I win here? You're driving me crazy, dude. Wait, I can take a pawn? Look at Merle Dixon. I like need to do something. I don't know. Maybe it's just a draw. Can't believe it. I'm just so disappointed. I really thought I deserved something here. I guess it's just a draw. It looks like Arsenal's actually in some small trouble. Maybe we want to keep the rook on the board due to lack of pawnage. Now he's got even another trick now. Check. Check, no. Queen takes b4. Oh my god. What? Wait, queen takes b4, checkmate, yeah. It's unbelievable, dude. It's not believable anymore. It's crazy, dude. How do you have a trick every single move you play? You know? How does that happen, dude? How is that even possible? To have a tactical trick every single move you play, S4. It's not even, I can't even figure out which way I'm going here. Why is this guy not resigning? I mean, man, that is just irritating. Alright, Soltigo, drop the pawn. Yeah, this is also a little more justified because there's not a lot of pawns left, but Dmitry should really resign there. So I have rook takes d3 against Laluo. And, wow, this is awkward. This is super awkward with no time. What the heck? You'd think I was winning here. Man, this is ridiculous. No idea how to win. No clue. Bishop a6. Yeah, I guess he has b3 there, so it's back to the drawing board. Maggie still has 14 minutes. Alright, Soltigo. Check. I'm just going to offer a draw here. This is just a draw. King f8. Level of defense very high in this game. You think I have something, but I don't see it. Alright, we got this. Arsenal just defending very well. What do I do next to make progress here? No clue. I basically have no clue. I can't seem to break through against him, and I need to even make a defensive move. Alright, here we're going back. Now Pichu has another defense. But he lost a pawn in this line. No, he didn't. Take it back. Or did he? I'm not sure. Okay. Pawn takes pawn. Yeah, he lost the pawn for real. Or am I some kind of weird... Do I get stuck in some kind of weird position like I can't get out of? You're kidding me, right? Like, knight takes. h4, f6 is a draw. So I have to take this. I'm stuck perpetually, like in this bind or something. Bishop a6. And great defense. He's really going to hold this. He's really going to hold this. Man. With the bad bishop. He's got counterplay now. For the best chance. Maybe we still have something here. Against Capri Sun. Watch out for mate in one. Soltiga's hoping for that mate in one. That's not happening, right? That my pawns are all hanging here simultaneously. I don't think I can win this. Darn. That's crazy. I'm not even better. It's so unfair. I just dropped the queen against Soltigo. Where does this guy come up with these moves? And he's never in time pressure. I think I just dropped my queen against Soltigo. This guy with the not resigning. Man, I just dropped the queen. Feels bad. It's a good game. Yeah, well, if some of these people who were like down a piece would resign, maybe I could have actually concentrated on my game, you know? But it's ridiculous. It's like insulting to play it out when you're like down a piece for nothing. That's not helpful, you know, to do that. I mean, this is just pointless, wasting my time, dude, not to resign in this game. Seriously, I will not ever accept you another simul for that. That's just... it's ridiculous, dude. It's just really, really bad form to not resign when you're like a piece down in a simul. I mean, I have the decency to resign against my opponents, but like people don't resign against me. It's like comedy, dude. Seriously. All right, we're gonna lose this. This is the last game I play against you, dude. This is a waste of time. Absolutely. All right, here we're slightly better. This guy continues to have resources. What is his rating? Like he's 1600? 1500 in blitz. He's 2 pawns down and it's still probably a draw. Man. Maybe I can find a way. I don't know, though. This just looks impossible. He's like so far ahead of me on time, too. There's just no way I can beat this guy. Bishop f4. Wait. Wait. That's the only way. I found it. Oh my god. I almost didn't find it. Okay, what's the next trick now? G3 with tactics, right? Check here. Now he transferred the king. Or I can play like f4, which is good. Right, I've got to play f4. Speaking of f4. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter, dude. I'm not going to offer a draw. I'm just going to resign, dude. I'm not going to accept a draw, Soltiga. Thank you for the generous offer, but I don't feel right about that. That's all right, man. So thank you. I dropped the queen. I dropped the queen. There's nothing I can do about it. F-Dov's game, amazing. Great game today. So, very sportsmanlike, but in this case, I really think I need to just resign. So Dmitry also won't resign up a piece. I'm up a piece. He will not resign. After all the games we played, I think he would be a gentleman and resign there. But that is not a common thing today. All right. They continue to play for time across the board here. Guess we'll cross the board. Oh, I dropped my queen. Good game. Yeah, very good game. Dropped my queen again. Thanks, man. Really a well-deserved victory for S4. Declining a draw, a pawn up when he was a pawn down. It's really awesome, man. Thank you. Eventually, it's just a matter of time till I hang a queen. I hope you're proud of that victory. That's a really good one, dude. I mean, it's ridiculous. Just ridiculous, dude, to do that. Whatever. See, that's just a waste of time. To just keep playing on and on till you flag me. I mean, whatever. Arsenal dropped a pawn, but it's kind of an interesting pawn sacrifice. I don't know, today got a little carried away with people who don't know how to resign. I'm not going to play these players that didn't resign, like piece down positions. Dimitri, the other guy, I'm not going to play any more games against you if you can't resign in a lost position. I'm not going to waste my time with that. It's not really good sportsmanship. This guy has absolutely wasted my time. It's just ridiculous. Here. Congratulations, Soltigo. Come on, dude. I mean, seriously? You didn't see what happened? Alright. No, I mean, this is just an utter waste of time, honestly. The people that can't resign or don't take a draw like a pawn down, you know, and you insist on playing for a win. It's just really weird. No, it's no respect. I will not play these guys anymore. Now, finally, this guy found some sort of trap too, you know. It's only a matter of time, but I will not play you again, Dimitri. After all the games I played you, you don't show any sort of respect for me. It's absolutely just gross, you know. Now this guy's going to save this game too. I'm just going to resign against... I want to resign against this guy. What is your problem, dude? Like, have some respect for the other player who's, like, taking his time to play this game now, you know? That's the last time I'm going to play him. It's just disgraceful. Absolutely zero sportsmanship. So we'll just make a list of these guys. I will not continue to play another simul with players like that. This is even embarrassing, dude. I mean, you're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing me. Show some respect. Nefidov, I don't know why you're asking that question. Whatever, dude. He's offering a draw like a pawn down. Like, what is this guy? Seriously. I don't even want to play him anymore. Alright, let's go back to the simul. That can't be all the games. There has to be a game remaining. Dimitri didn't resign yet. Just all the people who are disrespectful, I will never play again. Alright, what's up? We still got Laluo. But wait, there was another game, Dimitri. What happened there? No, believe it or not, Nefidov, it doesn't have to do with you. Just a whole series of people like doing very strange things, like multiple players playing on down pieces, the other people like who decline draws when they're like down a pawn. I mean, it's just like 5 or 6 ridiculous situations. The guy offering a draw pawn down. I mean, I have to give like a class on etiquette here. You know, it's like shows 5 playing, 8 wins, 7 draws, 6 losses, 4 playing. But I can't find those games. Probably losing on time right now. Alright. Almost lost on time my remaining games. Being down a piece, yeah, dude. Alright, you're done. You're just done, dude. It's just no respect. If you have no respect for me, I am done with you being in my stream. It's just absolutely ridiculous. That person is done, okay? I will not play him ever again. Just an absolute clown. Just disgraceful. He caused me to like hang my queen in like 2 games. Just this extra game that should be resigned already. It's so sick. Alright. You have no clue, dude. I'm like giving away all this like knowledge for free, and you're like insisting on wasting my time. I mean, it's extremely strange, dude. It's just, you must be like 10 years old or something. Anyway, it rarely degenerates this bad, but just it's a shame. I may have to just stop doing the simul, I think, because it's too frustrating and difficult to deal with these people. Or maybe we'll just do the simul for the subscribers. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Just keep it for just subscribers. So here, I think that Pichu actually just transposed to a Lost King and Pawn game. We will make the simuls in the future only for subscribers after this week. This week was just gross. This is a little bit tricky. This is a lot tricky. So bishop takes c4 actually can play. But it's super weird. No, I won't use 60 minutes S4. I don't have time to play that kind of game, dude. You should actually accept a draw when like an IM offers you a draw like up a pawn instead of trying to play for time. I mean, that's really gross, dude. It's after all the games I played with you, I would think you would have some respect for me, but it's really kind of scary. Apparently not. I don't have time to play a 4.5-hour game, you know, against people. I think it's pretty generous what I do. It's very strange. Here. This is probably a draw. It's a weird position. I'm just kind of overextended. Can I play this and still? No. No, this is I'm not even better now. Yeah, this is really irritating. I want to prove a lesson here though with this guy. Is this a draw? I thought it was a win. It's a win, isn't it? He hallucinated. No, it's not a win, it's a draw. I hallucinated. Okay, Pichu, another draw. So we got almost all draws. Wow, dude, that was well calculated. Nice endgame. People are a piece down and keep playing. I mean, it's just disgusting, dude. You don't understand. Alright, we got 2 games left. This one is kind of close. Yeah. The whole simul just degenerated out of control. It's just... I'm not going to play non-subscribers anymore. It's just too frustrating. People are just totally ignorant. From now on, the simuls will be like subscriber only. You know, as many as we get, we'll take them on Sundays. Because I'm not going to do this anymore. It's just totally pissing me off. Can I trap this knight? He'll get away. Looks like he gets out. It won't be fun if you're not a subscriber. But I can't deal with people doing that anymore. Like, alright. This guy was just a clear piece down, and I played like 15 games with him, you know, and he doesn't resign. It's really strange, dude. Just really, really strange. I was winning like every single game, but people just play for time, you know. So they don't understand how hard it is to actually do this. Yeah, I want to beat this guy, but that'll be the last game I ever play with him. The other thing is, like, you're not even a subscriber, and I take you every week, you know, let you play in the simul every week, and now he's got a saving move here. Man, this is brutal. This is gonna be a draw too. It's like impossible. How is it even possible? G4 is a weird move. Wow, that is like a study. I didn't see this. I needed time for this. Arsenal and Nefedov are like, they're both like missing the stream, and they think that we're talking about them. Never there was any discussion of those guys, like, at all. I mean, both Nefedov and Arsenal are absolutely correct. Alright, so bishop d5 check. No one ever mentioned you, Arsenal. I didn't play for time. Nobody ever thought that. It's not like the guy was down a piece in a complicated position. He was down a piece in a totally trivial position. You know. Yeah, well, it's not cool. So we just transpose. This is a weird game. Capri Sun putting up huge resistance. So now I have to keep working here. Check. Check is good. It's going to be fun winning this game. JCS, thanks for donating. Well, it's the last time I'm ever playing a simul with non-subscribers, because like multiple people just will not resign in like lost positions, and it's just ridiculous. I mean, I'm wasting a lot of time. I really, the simul's taking like over 3 hours, because it probably would have been finished if people just resign when they're down a piece. And then they're like even rude about it. You know, I don't have to play you, you know. I'm doing you a favor by accepting your challenges, and like be a little bit respectful of that. That's what people don't seem to understand. So this is winning. Capri Sun put up a really good fight. He's like the only one that didn't. He's like the only one that didn't swindle me from either a lost or drawn position. So he resigned. Notice that's good sportsmanship. He knows a lost king and pawn in game when he gets to one. Now here I'll mate Dmitry with a rook and bishop if I have to. You know, I would just enjoy doing this. You know, but Dmitry, I want you to know that you wasted like half an hour of my night by playing this out like down a piece. Really not necessary. So sadly, knight g7 check. It's actually kind of a difficult win now, technically. I think it's still probably winning, but not that simple. There could be a mate, too. I could actually mate him with the bishop and rook and king. Excuse me, knight. Maybe he'll just like flag, timeout and flag or something. But the simul was just degenerated. Um, Dude, you're missing the point completely. The troll guy is like totally missing the point. It's in the wrong corner for the mate, that's true. Alright, dude, I'm just gonna block you because you're being really, really out of control. Alright, so 96. I still have to see his comments in the... Unfortunately. I'll still have to see the comments out there. I wish that was blocked, though. When you block somebody, like, it would be good if you wouldn't see their comments in the chat room. I just want to ban him forever. Yeah, where is he, dude? Just totally rude. Unfortunately, you can't really ban anyone forever. They'll just keep coming back with new Twitch accounts. I don't care. I'm just not playing him again. Yeah, Dimitri and Megisto just totally ruined the simul by like dragging out games that should be resigned. The guy is way better than his rating. Yeah, he's sandbagging as well. I mean, it's ridiculous. He's like playing like a 2200 and his blitz rating is like 18. This could prove very difficult to win. If I was playing a computer, you know, I don't know, actually. It may be a draw. But he's done. I see how I have to try to win this, I think. Maybe he'll have to lose on time. This is just silly. I mean, I was up a piece for nothing, and the guys like continued to play. Like a guy who played like a master many games is gonna. That's the thing about the Dimitri that bothers me. Check out the guy's score. Okay, he's got 5.5 against me, which is like far better than most people who are like 2100. So this isn't a guy who like, you know, he's like a beginner. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's played master level against me over a period of like 15 games, and the same guy is not going to resign when he's down a piece for nothing. That doesn't make sense, you know. That doesn't make sense. That means like he's like using a computer or something else, because anybody who's as good as this guy's been against me in these like 15 games we played would understand that, like, you know, you have to resign when you have a lost position. So there's something very inconsistent about this. Yeah, there's something very inconsistent, you know. If you're good enough to have the score against me, you should know how to resign in like a position where you're down a piece. Now he's not. This isn't the point. He's now got a rook against 2 pieces. Of course he would normally play here. But earlier he was just down a piece for nothing, and I got kind of angry about it and got distracted and lost 2 pieces for a rook or whatever. Obviously I'm not complaining because of this position. It was the previous position where he should have resigned. And it's just like really strange and inconsistent. So now I have to get all my pieces coordinated again, start this all over again, this whole process. No, the game is an easy win for me. Exactly, Ananas. This is not the point, though. I was a clear piece up plus, you know, and he just continued to play on and play on and play on while I was like flagging and dropping queens in my other games and stuff like that, you know. Megisto, yeah, obviously we know you didn't use an engine. You're just rude, and you have no etiquette at all. You know, like, if you have a FIDE rating, I mean, it's unbelievable, because anybody would know, like, you resign when you're down a piece for nothing. I mean, in an endgame. You do the simul giver a favor. Like, you show a little bit of respect, dude. It's like when you're playing, I don't know, world champion, you don't play it out until you're down 2 pieces, and, you know, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's just totally... Learn a little bit of etiquette of chess. Like, look it up, you know. Who is that? you're missing the point. You don't understand the point, Asturias, or whatever your name is. You're totally missing the point. Don't understand. You don't understand. I'm not doing this for myself. You know, I'm doing this for other people. I'm providing a service, so I'm trying to help people learn how to play chess. But if you're gonna do something like this, like you're gonna make it hard for me, I'm not gonna do it anymore. You know, it's that simple. I mean, these people are ruining it for the other players. I'm just not gonna play them anymore because of Dimitri and people like Megisto who won't resign. I'm simply frustrated. I won't play the simul against anybody who's not a subscriber anymore. It's that simple. You guys, you know, a few people ruin it for everybody else, and that's typical. What happens, you know? Yeah, well, I know you do, Arsenal. I mean, you've been a regular here for so long. I mean, obviously, you know, the chess community is horrible. It's not just Lee Chess. I mean, it's about any chess site. So, I think here we can make some progress. But don't give me any hints, okay? No spoilers, guys, for me or for the other guy. You know, it's really not good. Right, maybe this is the wrong move, actually. Let's see. Surprisingly tricky to win this. Surprisingly tricky. No, in a chess club, I mean, it's one thing if you're ignorant, but I'm going to make the point that you have to understand this guy who's played like a master, you know, suspiciously, by the way, in the past. If he's that good, he would know or should know not to do this. So something is wrong there. A and B don't add up, you know. Megisto's like a beginner, so I kind of understand that he doesn't understand the etiquette of the situation. But this guy who's played like a master against me doing it seems really, really strange, you know. There's something wrong about that, you know. Something just doesn't add up. Something's not okay, like psychologically. Now it's very possibly difficult for me to make progress here. But it's almost impossible for him to force a draw at the same time. So we'll just go on for like an hour like this. Too Sharp, don't give me like, you know, evaluations or hints or help or anything. It's just ridiculous. So I'm only gonna play like the subscribers and maybe like a handful of regulars who I really, really know and have been like considerate in the past. In the future, I'll probably cut it down to like 20 boards. This is just silliness. Absolutely waste of time. Yeah, I mean, anything's possible. It could be multiple people on the same account. Oh, okay. I was gonna say that evaluation is a little bit too high, too sharp. 12. Yeah, I think that's a little too high. But anyway, most of you guys are cool, and I appreciate it. I get pretty irritated during these simuls, based on how people behave and how difficult it is. But I believed too sharp at first. I thought it was really like 12. Then I was like, wait, that is a little high. I think it's more like plus 1 or something. I mean, it might actually not be easy to win. It probably takes very good technique. Plus 1.5. I think this is probably plus 1.5. I mean, that's the typical exchange up evaluation, which is really the borderline to a win. You know, usually the borderline evaluation for even winning. So it's just like just playing this one game, you know, that should have been a piece down. It's like, what's the point, you know? Will Skinner thinks it's 0.0. Well, that I seriously doubt. You know, if rooks and bishops were worth the same, rooks were worth the same as knights and bishops, Mule Skinner. This would be one, like 0.0, but I don't think so. I think this is probably a win for white, but it's going to take like perfect technique. At least 1.5 better for white, which is the borderline between a win and a draw. This is really disgusting, you know. He offered me a draw. Like, what's wrong with this guy? Is he normal? Seriously? He can't be normal to do that. He really can't be like psychologically all there to offer me a draw. Like, I had this game against the guy who did something like that against me, and I told him I'd rather die than have a draw, you know. And his dad was there. He was like shocked, you know. But I was so pissed. He kept offering multiple draws. I lost my lunch. I was really angry, man. I was like hysterical. I was totally hysterical. So now King F6 wins a piece if I go there. It does look suspicious, doesn't it? This guy. Feels a little bit suspicious. So I told him I would rather die than have a draw with you, and I won. You know, it was that simple. I think this guy's got some mental issues. Honestly. It's like, he doesn't care about me, about having respect for anyone, just about his result. And if that's the case, like you're playing a sport or whatever, he's got to be using an engine. I suspected him earlier of actually, you know, because it was pretty ridiculously strong for 1800. But obviously in this game, that can't really be the case. Now, can I make progress here somehow? Knight c4, bishop c4. Having trouble. You'd think this was a win, honestly. You'd really think this was a win for sure. But I'm just not sure. This looks problematic. It seems very problematic. Yeah, I'm just going to resign and ban the guy from ever playing him again. I mean, it's just an absolute waste of time. I think a draw would be a kind of victory for him. But if I resign, you know, that makes it all the better. So anyway, that's it for today, guys. 9 wins, 9 draws, 6 losses, 24 games. That game for me, it doesn't exist anymore. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the stream, guys. Sorry for the circus here. But we're going to have to change the way the simuls work so that there's more respect for me and I can focus more on like the real games and stuff like that, you know. Just absolute disrespect for me as a streamer. It's just like disgusting. So I would never ever play that guy again. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing and taking part in the simul. Sorry it was kind of a circus at the end. Anyway, it was good entertainment. So I will see you guys tomorrow with we'll see you guys tomorrow. With let's see, it's Monday, 4:30 EDT, Blitz and Rapid Chess against everyone here on the stream. You guys are welcome. I will see you later. Thanks, Soltigo, for your help. Bye-bye. Sorry, guys. Bye-bye.